How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the season finale of the Pan Geekery Podcast, a weekly live video podcast celebrating all things geek from an all-diverse perspective. My name is Earl Balon. I am an actor, improviser, and I forgot to think about this part, but my favorite thing to eat are burritos.
Nice.
Surprise, surprise.
I know.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Zhang. I'm an actor, writer, gamer, model, and artist. My favorite thing to eat, I'm going to say something different than hot and sour soup. I'm going to say...
Wow. Flabbergasted.
I'm going to say beef rolls.
Beef rolls are awesome.
Oh, Chinese beef rolls?
Yeah.
So
Heck
good.
yeah. I just discovered those. Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all. My name is Caitlin Faye. I'm a writer, director, actor, and a singer.
What?
And, yes. My favorite thing to eat is sushi.
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 Is that anything like sushi? Because... Okay.
Sushi. Sushi. Sorry, I just butchered it. I'm sorry.
I'm Walter, and I am a camera operator, editor, and just all-around consumer of all things comic books and Marvel, and a veteran. And my favorite thing to eat is this Filipino dish called sinigang.
Sinigang, dude.
Sinigang.
Heck yeah.
Sinigang.
Sinigang.
Sinigang?
Sinigang. Yeah.
It's a tamarind stew, by the way, just for people.
I love tamarind.
I wanted
Yeah.
to start a production company called Cinegang.
I
like
tried
cinema.
to start a gang
Cinegang.
called Sinigang.
There's
that
an
would've been
improv
great.
troupe called Sinigang.
Okay.
So
all right.
yeah, there's a lot. Sinigang has many offshoots. There's a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
tried to
people.
start a
Whoa.
fight, but we ended up eating.
That sounds about right. Anyway, welcome to the season finale of the Pan Geekery Podcast. Thank you for everybody that's in the chat right now. I just want to give one last season shout out to our location sponsors, PWC, Filipino Worker Center. Thank you so much for housing us for these past few
You guys
months.
are awesome.
Yeah.
Follow them at pwcsc.org.
Yes, pwcsc.org. I said that right?
Yes.
Cool. So we've got a lot to go over today. A lot of it we're going to talk about this past season of the Pan Geekery Podcast and our favorite moments of the podcast. That's just going to be one of the things that we're going to talk about. But do feel free to drop us a line in the Twitch chat, and we will address you as soon as we can. Say what's up. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So we're going to talk about... Again, the season recap and review. We're going to have a conversation with Carrie Shiru. Hey, she's right there. Our special guest. We're going to talk about news from around the geek universe and Geeky Rex for the off season, since we're not going to see you for a month or two. Finally, we're going to play a little game. We're going to play. What are we playing? Heads up.
Would you like to play your game?
We are going to play a game.
Heads up.
Yeah. So we're going to play a game, and that's going to be it for our episode, for our season finale. Again, if I haven't said it enough yet, season finale.
What was
that?
What is
Season
it? What's going on?
finale. So what? Now, if everybody doesn't know, we are now Twitch affiliates, so do please smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Or
Don't just
drop us some
press.
bits.
Don't just
Yeah,
click on it.
smash
Smash it.
Smash it.
with a
Smash
fist,
it good.
an iron
Just
fist.
like how you smash what?
It's still September.
September,
so,
yeah.
Just saying.
We are going to have some sub plans for the off season. Well, yeah, let's talk about what we're going to do in the off season. First of all, we're going to have some subscriber plans, some subscriber streams, some subscriber exclusive streams. I just said that 3 times in the same way.
Subscriber
Great
streams,
job.
exclusive streams.
Exactly. I'm good at this.
Subscribers.
Yes.
So what we're also planning to do over the break is we're going to take turns streaming on Tuesdays at this time slot, or Tuesdays at 8 p.m. our regular time slot, except we're going to stream individually, hopefully, some video games, some other stuff, some other creative things. I don't know, maybe movie making, drawing. I don't know. We could do anything.
Oh, we could do anything, couldn't we?
do
We can
anything.
stream whatever we want.
Cooking.
Yeah, we can stream like me and Earl just gyrating on camera.
Yeah, we could
That's
for
the
2
stream I wanna
hours.
Look.
Like we're gonna have an
Partners.
amateur
Twitch
Zumba class.
partnerships, yes.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about some stuff for like special events. I know Rise of Skywalker is coming out. Maybe we'll have like some special event streams for that. But like our
What
regular
is that,
stream-
Christmas time?
around Christmas time.
You
yeah.
guys, let's give ourselves
Let's
a
go
holiday
together.
gift.
Yeah, yeah.
And watch a Star Wars movie. Sorry, I said it.
Here's
And,
some money. Go see a Star Wars.
Star Wars. Let's see a Star
Where's that
Wars.
from? Where's that from?
Someone
I don't
name
even
it.
know.
Arrested Development.
Arrested
Go see a Star
Development.
Wars, yeah.
Go see a Star Wars. And there are going to be some cons and stuff and events over this break. So we're going to hopefully cover some of those, and you will see us on site at places. But yeah, don't feel too bad or sad or cry or any of those things.
Sounds sad, Earl.
I know.
Sounds sad.
Terrible.
Sounds sad that it's ending.
I know. Are you guys sad? I'm not sad.
I'm sad.
Okay. We'll talk about why we may not be sad. I don't know. We'll talk about it at the end of the episode.
What are you saying, Earl?
Earl's like, I got a show, so I got fans to please.
I know that I'm looking forward to streaming in the off season because I'll
me
finally
too.
actually get to. Oh yeah, I love streaming. I love streaming. Wait, why is this sexual? Anyway,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
'Cause
But
everything is
I
here.
have so
Everything.
many new games that I'm going to be streaming. So
Right.
it's
Yay.
it's gonna be this.
There's a lot
whole
of
thing.
games coming out too. So
There's a lot of games coming out, and we'll talk
Yeah.
about it in Geeky Rex
Yep,
coming
absolutely.
up later.
So first of all, how we start off most streams. Oh yes, Lint324. What's up, man? Thanks for being in chat. You're awesome. Rem Create, what's up? If y'all don't know Rem Create, he took our publicity pictures in the very beginning. Thank you
awesome.
for those. We've been using
Glad
those.
you could
You
join
are
us.
so awesome.
Hi.
Yay. Lint324 says goodbye to you, Michelle Branch. Aw.
Oh, Michelle
Branch. That song?
Goodbye to you.
If I just breathe. I just wanted to sing a different song than the one that they were singing.
I know. Anyway, we're going to move into our first section, which is Geek News and Trailers. Yay! So, first off, Frozen 2 trailer. Who watched that?
Also known.
I did.
I think
Did
I
you
did.
watch a trailer?
I did actually.
Okay.
I was like, X-Men animated series.
Right.
It totally is.
Yeah.
There was so much going on in that trailer. I mean, like, first off, you saw like the connection between the sisters, and then suddenly all these epic things started happening
Yeah.
with nature, like
Right.
unexplained phenomenon
Right.
happening at like a catastrophically epic level.
Me and
we
Jen were like, whoa,
what is
whoa.
happening?
Whoa.
This
The
is
elements
frozen
are
right now.
Yeah, it's magic unleashed, and the
Yeah,
magic
dude.
is causing havoc around the
Right.
whatever the name of that. City.
Arendelle, you're a total hardcore
And
Frozen
then-
fan.
And then a giant, like the Thing from Fantastic Four shows up.
Right. a giant thing.
And then there's like a little dragon that looks like Toothless from How
Yeah.
to Train Your Dragon. I
It's a
was
rock
like,
biter from Neverending Story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
going on? You know.
Right.
Just starts fighting them.
I know.
much.
It's pretty epic.
I
mean,
wonder if they
yeah.
like took from Norse mythology or something, like
sure
regarding
there's
the
some kind of-
elementals. You
right.
know what I
Right.
mean? Because we saw like a bunch of gnomes in there, and I looked it up, and it apparently.
I'm gonna draw a bath later.
some crumpets.
Fleabag won at the Emmys. Anyway, so like apparently the earth elemental is just called a gnome, which is
those
why
rock
gnome
guys, yeah.
is
Yes.
the rock elemental,
Right.
and then we saw like water.
There's
and
Then the
Undine,
Fire
the
Nation
water.
attacks.
Gnome like a
Fire
gnome.
Nation attacks.
Indeed.
That's how the plot starts for
Yeah.
everything,
All
including
of a
Frozen
sudden-
2.
Yeah, all of a sudden Dante Vasco's voicing like,
Shout out to Dante.
like, he's in Frozen.
Yeah, what up?
Oh,
World of
man.
Warcraft Cataclysm.
Yeah.
No, I just sorry. As you guys were talking, I was like, it'd be interesting. I'm gonna go home and like take that trailer and put the X-Men soundtrack on it. So it's like
Seriously? Right? Yeah.
No. Oh, the old school, the 90s
The
animated
90s
series.
animated series.
And then as it's peaking in the
Right.
end of the trailer, unless somebody
X-Men.
beats me to it, and like
Do
I go
it
home
tonight.
and
You
start
Tonight,
go home.
shoot.
Do
Don't hang out with us. Just
No,
go
no,
home.
yeah, I'm
You're
not
already
By
late.
yourself.
Somebody done
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So next, Game of Thrones wins Best Drama.
Yeah.
In in the notes here, I have the phrase "What the actual shit."
Wait, in the
guessing-
Wait, who wrote
notes?
that?
In the notes,
Who wrote that?
says Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin wrote that?
I wrote that.
Oh, wow. Well, the thing is, like, okay, like, we have to think about the series overall. And of course, since this is the final season, I feel like.
They're trying to
Right.
applaud that.
Well, it's not just
Yeah.
that, but they snubbed them for like.
they didn't snub them for that long. They snubbed them for like a few seasons, but that's normal for any new series.
Have they
Right.
gotten Best Drama? The Emmy?
They have.
Previous?
I think this is the third or
times.
fourth
Multiple
time.
Third or
yeah.
times.
fourth.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Amelia or Peter or Lena always win something. You know what I
Right.
mean? So this is nothing new. I do think Peter still deserves that Best Supporting Actor award, just
Right,
because
right.
why not? But come on, guys,
But
let's be
Spoken
real.
like a true jaded Hollywood person.
Indeed, as a washed-up Hollywood executive myself.
I don't know. Yeah, there was actually a conversation kind of happening on our Pangeekery page, and Bobby, BC Johnson, who said that this is kind of like more of like a symbolic thing, like a symbolic, like a sending off. And I'm like, I agree with that.
I think
would've-
they had to.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see somebody win on merit, but like,
Well, they didn't. The writers or whatever didn't win, right? As long as that didn't happen.
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
my God.
So I said it.
Savage.
Spicy.
Jesus.
Actually, yeah. No,
They're gonna
like,
need a song of ice for that fire burn. Like,
Woo.
I mean, come on,
Tyrannosaurus
guys.
Rex.
I get what you're saying. As long as the writers didn't. The best drama is for like overall.
The overall
Right.
scope of
how
it.
the
Yeah.
Like,
drama
yeah.
was there and
Not just writing, but production and acting and
Yes.
everything. The whole package.
it is a milestone of TV production.
It is.
You know,
I mean it's a
It is.
legend now.
it's a legend now.
Trust me, I want them to win. I wanted them to win the right way, not by this Hollywood secret magical kind of I don't know what I'm
Nepotistic
saying.
circle?
Nepotistic dark circle of dark lord
Well,
power.
I mean, like, who were the other choices? I mean,
sounds like a cult.
If you guys
Yeah.
know off the top of your head.
who are the contenders?
choice, yeah.
Well, that's a good question. Who
best
were the
drama?
contenders?
I don't know.
It was
Let's
probably
look it
like was it Chernobyl a drama? Wouldn't that have won? Oh, it was limited series. Gotcha. Okay, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Chernobyl should have won.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but
Okay, so
It's
let's
almost good.
see.
yeah, we all have
Okay.
phones.
Cool. But speaking of I was just checking chat. I was like, I don't.
I thought Earl was
exactly
I thought that
what's
was like
going
a very clever shutdown.
Yeah.
on. Oh no,
Yeah, I
no,
was
no.
like, damn.
I'm not that.
Wow.
I'm not
I
that
mean-
saucy.
Damn. No,
Maybe I
I
am.
think you're pretty saucy, Earl. I think you need to like
I
not
can
downplay
say I
your
love that
sauciness.
adjective, saucy.
Saucy.
I think you're saucy like adobo.
You're
A burrito
quite
lover who's saucy.
Speaking of a new property, I guess Love, Death, and Robots did win 5 Emmys.
Enemas.
So, enemas.
Enemas, yeah,
enemies.
wow,
Yeah,
Enemy-
5
5 new
enemies.
enemies.
Yeah.
5 new enemies each week. That's how you know you're the hero of your story.
Die.
What?
That was a critical fail. But they did win 5 Emmys out of 6, so
Gotcha.
that's pretty cool.
Wow, that's
and
a good
they have
ratio.
been greenlit for a second season. So
Nice.
Oh, cool.
We gotta finish it, guys.
Guts Heat J in the chat says, "Love, Death, and Robots was fun. I liked that. So did I." That's all.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
like that you liked it.
Yeah. So, also in news, happy 80th birthday to Batman, the character. Ooh.
Oh, yay.
Batman.
Octogenarian.
Yeah, I know. Last Saturday night, DC Comics celebrated Batman Day to commemorate the 80th anniversary of the appearance of the crime fighter Bruce Wayne and his masked identity. I can read. 14 different cities around the globe flashed the bat signal in the sky, starting at Fed Square in Melbourne, Australia. It also appeared in 13 other cities, including Tokyo, Berlin. Man, okay. Earl, get sleep beforehand. Tokyo, Berlin, Rome, Paris, London, Montreal, Sao Paulo, and Johannesburg.
It's like,
Awesome.
why didn't-
Your Herner's
yesterday?
Why didn't LA do it?
This is Saturday night.
They were supposed to.
They did. They did.
Did they?
Yeah, I just didn't include it on there.
Oh.
They did in LA. Do I have to list every city the bat sign?
yeah,
List
especially the
Maybe the one
city
you're
that
living
Okay, yes,
in.
it did show up in LA, and y'all missed
Wow.
it. Okay,
I did not know that this was up. I would have gone.
Yes,
There was a Batman 5K that was going on at the same time, actually. So people were running.
5K.
Yeah.
People running in Batman suits.
I don't know if they ran in Batman suits, but it was like a Batman themed
No
like,
kids.
run.
But
Yeah.
you do get. I think I saw the promo, and you get a your medal medal is a Batman. Symbol.
Oh
It's a
my
batarang.
God.
So cool.
Oh, that's
Nice,
awesome.
nice.
We got to get Gary Oldman up in here and have him smash the bat light.
Right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. You're going to fill the city with his poison. I love yeah. That was dope.
Still the
Batman
best.
Begins. Cool. So, time comes for our recap of the season.
Oh. Wow. That was
now
such
everybody
a-
gets quiet
What
and
an
tired.
abysmal groan. That was, that was so sad.
Oh,
Mike's
Lynn324, Batman overrated. Damn.
Oh my God.
Talk
See,
about
that's fighting
spicy.
words.
I know.
Them's
spicy,
fighting
yeah.
words.
I know. You can beat anybody with prep, right? That's the thing. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. Tell us, Lint324. Gus Heat says, I heard that at the Batman 5K they didn't shine the signal, but it was a video of the signal going off.
Oh,
well, that's the
interesting.
next best
I don't
thing,
know.
I
Yeah,
suppose.
second best thing. Second best thing.
Interesting.
So, what do you think moments so far of
man.
the season? How do y'all feel overall?
What is there not to feel?
Everything.
Many
I
things
feel so
to
many
feel.
things. I will say I really loved covering Game of Thrones as a series overall.
Too.
I felt like we got really in depth with our conversations. I mean, especially since this was the final season of Game of Thrones, and we covered that in its entirety, week after week. And that first watch session that we had with the opening Game of Thrones premiere.
Where was that again? That,
Oh, it was
That
at
was
my
at,
friend's place.
Earl's
at,
friend's
at
place.
Kurja. What's up, Kurja and Randy? What's up?
Yeah.
And we were drinking and crying.
Yeah, and the
all
TV purple
Crying at
levels were turned
that.
way
The TV
up.
was like blue.
You guys were crying at the
So
the
the
intro.
beginning intro credits.
Yeah.
Me and Jen were like,
hysterically laugh sobbing.
that.
Like,
it wasn't
more
even like,
that.
oh, I'm crying. It was like,
and I was like,
that.
oh god, don't
Yeah,
embarrass me.
everyone in the room was just looking at each other.
They know us, yeah.
What?
we were practically strangers to everyone, but we had such a
when we
visceral
were crying,
reaction.
sobbing.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
It was very exciting.
riveting.
Yeah.
It was this weird thing. It was very similar to how I felt in the very final Harry Potter episode.
Right.
Episode
Deathly Hallows Part
film.
2.
Movie, yeah, the
Yeah,
film.
okay.
So like Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Sure, yeah.
When I watched it at like the Fox Theater near UCLA, and there were like 1,000 people in the audience, and everybody was
1,000,
just
wow.
like cheering.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. It felt as if you're watching like a football game.
Yeah.
I'm not even into sports, but
Yeah.
you're watching
Yeah,
a
me
football
neither.
game and everyone's on the same team.
Yeah.
And like you could do no wrong. It was
Right.
like this
Right.
exhilarating feeling. And
Right.
I got that same kind of sense of excitement with Game of Thrones. Of course, I don't feel like everybody in the room was as gung-ho as me or Caitlin
I
in that
feel
moment.
like everyone was pretty gung ho though. I mean, why else would they show up to this kind of
Right.
thing? You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
That's a pretty good gung ho crowd
Yeah.
that we were with. They're
Perhaps
just not outwardly like.
not as demonstrative as
Yeah,
me
yeah,
and Caitlin
exactly.
were.
Perhaps not, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean they weren't as equally thrilled. You know?
Okay.
We've been talking about that for like since it went off the air. Like, who's gonna host it?
We
Oh.
yeah.
So it was pretty cool. I too appreciate the that we got to cover Game of Thrones the final season like together in this like in a very concentrated amount of time. It was pretty cool, and just to see things happening like relatively live.
And predicting what's going to happen.
Right.
Who was right? Who was wrong? You
Yeah.
know, that kind of thing.
I was
that kind of
kind
thing.
of right.
Jen was the rightest. I think.
Was she?
I
Yeah,
predicted
Jen was
that
the
Arya was
rightest.
going to kill the Night King.
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
How the heck did you predict that?
I didn't like predict it. It's just like we were talking about like, oh, how are they going to finish off this like long night like sequence or whatever?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, how are they going to defeat the Night King? And I was like, maybe Arya kills the Night King. And you all of you check the credits, man. You all were like, nah.
Yeah. 'Cause that's how it should have been. Nah, that don't work.
No, that's not
Yeah,
what's
that's
gonna
never gonna
happen.
happen.
That don't make no
but
sense.
It did.
But
Yeah.
Thanks, D&D.
Didn't I do the ninja? She was gonna sneak in. Also, I could have.
I mean, that makes
I
sense.
think halfway through
you
the
know.
season you said that she was
yeah,
gonna
she was
sneak
gonna
in.
use her ninja skills.
Right.
She didn't even
Ninja
use a
skills.
face though. She
I
could have
know.
taken anyone's face.
I could have seen more face work.
I
like,
could have
to
seen
see
more
it.
face, too.
Yeah,
We
We could have
yeah.
seen more Jon as a Targaryen work.
Oh,
but
we
Right.
could have seen much work. Let's just put it like that. But they won.
Right.
Hats off, D&D. Hats off.
Anyway, I mean, I feel like Game of Thrones was a huge part of our season, but also we had a bunch of cool hashtags that we didn't use as
Fail
much.
upward.
Yeah.
Oh,
nosedive
like
upwards.
Nosedive upwards.
Yeah, I like nosedive upwards.
Well, I mean,
Butt
Balls
load. How
deepery.
much is a butt load?
How much is butt load?
It's like,
Oh,
so there's
yeah.
like 84 liters or something like that, right? We looked it up.
Lynn 324. What was it? He's one who answered us.
Oh, right. That's how I recognize
Yeah.
the screen name.
Tons.
Yeah.
metric
Oh,
tons.
apparently, it's going to be the final season of Supernatural. Oh wow.
No, really?
Yeah, after what
Yeah,
is it?
that's-
17
Shit,
seasons.
that came out in 2005.
Right.
That's a.
I remember because I
big,
watched the first
big-
episode when it came out.
So did I.
Yes.
They
I-
have
I
so many
watched it, yeah.
loyal followers. that-
Yeah.
Totally,
so-
absolutely.
So wait, hold on. If that was 2005, which was 14 years ago, so it's like 15 seasons strong, something
Something
like
like
that.
that,
something
yeah.
like
It's almost like. Is
I
it
stopped at 5.
Almost like the longest running.
I think-
Like
that.
CW
No,
drama.
there have been shows out there that have run like.
CW.
I think the longest running show right now ever in history is The Simpsons, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Oh well, yeah, that. But I'm saying.
Oh, you
in
mean on the CW?
and even a science fiction or.
Oh, it's definitely probably
that kind of
Supernatural. Yeah.
Cult property.
Yeah.
It's it's that crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
What else? Oh, my favorite memory was the first time we all got together and went to Ralph DeGaule's place.
Oh,
The Game of Thrones dinner.
that
yeah.
was
a
pretty
cool
awesome.
experience being able
Wow.
to cook with Ralph. And for folks who don't know him, he was a MasterChef contestant, and he made it pretty far. And he
Right.
welcomed us to his home and helped cook a Game of Thrones inspired meal with each and every one of us. You guys can
Right.
catch that episode, I think, or clips of it. And it was just, the food was delicious.
Yeah, it
So
was dope.
good.
Yeah.
That
Lamb.
polenta, that lamb, yeah.
The
the
Sansa's
lemon-
lemon
No,
cakes.
but the lemon
Oh,
cakes.
yeah, those, I still
That's
think
what-
about those,
Me
man.
too.
Randomly.
Sometimes I think
Sansa's
about them.
lemon
Like,
cake.
Ralph,
yeah,
please
so good.
bring them back.
Bring them back.
I
know.
love lamb.
Yeah.
The lamb was
is
so
my
good.
Lamb
favorite.
was legit. Yeah.
Lamb and duck are my favorite meats in the world.
I love lamb.
All the stuff that people call gamey. Like
Gamey, right?
Gamey
Yeah,
stuff.
gamey
I remember
stuff I love.
he introduced us to Cara oranges.
Oh,
which-
that's right,
Which
that's
were
right.
like
Oh, yeah.
kind of
Japanese.
blood
Oh,
red looking
yeah, those are
oranges.
great. Character.
I need to get
Uh,
those.
good.
So, a
Eyes rolling
buttload-
up into head.
I know. Lint says 108 imperial gallons. So that's
Right. I knew there was an
Imperial
8 in there. I
Yeah,
was like, there's an
108.
8.
Yeah.
what's up, Kuya Paul Games? Happy season 1, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
Yay.
KP.
And waypoint set. Sorry, I'm late, but y'all are wonderful. I'll never forget Earl talking mad shit about Apple Arcade when it was announced.
When was that?
I can't
Maybe
even
I wasn't
remember.
on that episode because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
quite remember the time.
I remember going, I don't care.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was probably it. That was my
Tell
mad
us
shit,
how
apparently.
you feel.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, any other cool moments that we had?
So many good moments.
Yeah.
D&D,
D&D, that was cool.
you know.
Fucking a gnome.
Someone fucking a gnome.
Yeah, that was great.
Yulin Kwang.
Almost
in the
fucking a gnome.
his-
Yeah, yeah.
almost.
Not
Almost
quite.
fucking a gnome, yeah.
But yeah.
And some bitch stealing a potato. I don't know. Something like that.
I stole a
Somebody
potato.
stole-
Something like
potato.
that. Something was
Yeah,
The
that.
road
sorry,
stole a
I wish I
potato.
was
Oh, you
there.
were there. Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
was
right. Oh, it was
I
funny.
know.
Oh my god, you missed it.
Yeah.
I saw
It was
that.
all ladies and Earl.
I know, that's
And Earl.
right.
Yeah.
Ladies.
It was
Our
fun.
ladies
was fun.
powwow.
I hope we do get to. Maybe we'll continue that over the off
We
season.
should.
Yeah.
We should.
I'll play. Yeah, there you go. That's one
Yeah,
of
well,
our.
one of the
A
things.
couple nights later, I happened to be drunk at a birthday party.
No
I-
way.
you were
drunk?
Hi, Mom.
I can't
and
believe you got drunk.
I know. But I was trying to drink my problems away, okay? So I got drunk.
Tell us about it. What's your
Be quiet, Walter. And
Nosy.
someone brought their husband, who I just remember in this drunken stupor, I heard
How is this going to end?
D&D, and I turned to him. I was like, "You play D&D?" And it turns out he's a dungeon master.
Oh, wow.
And so for
What
the
a
rest of
nerd.
the
I'm just
evening, we
kidding.
talked about D&D, and I felt so knowledgeable because of that one game. I was all acting like a pro. I'm like,
Nice.
so as a dungeon master, I don't know.
So what do you think about
Yeah.
advantage, disadvantage?
Yeah.
And, I think we should bring back Fako.
I asked if he knew about the Dragon Lance series.
because some
he
of you know
did.
won't shut up about it.
I was like, there's this one guy who won't shut the fuck up about Dragonlance.
Dude,
That's
totally
me.
appropriated
That's me.
all of Earl's knowledge to apply to one.
yeah, she pulled the Arya Stark. I am Earl.
Ridiculous.
Yo,
I'm glad.
great.
I'm glad my stupid nerdy knowledge was valuable in a social setting at
Yes.
some point.
So thank you, Earl.
Of course.
The night was pleasurable.
I also loved talking about things that made us cry.
Oh yeah.
Things that
I
made us
love
Right.
that episode.
Yeah, that was
I
a good
actually
one.
feel like we should talk more about things that make us cry.
What
I love
makes you
crying.
cry,
What
Jen?
makes me cry? Let me get back to me on a second. I will. think
Season
about
finales
this.
of podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
I haven't cried yet. but-
apparently Optimus Prime
Doves
dying.
make me cry.
Doves when doves cried.
Doves cry. Okay.
Oh man.
Optimus Prime, actually, yeah, Optimus Prime. dying.
Lanolin, wow, you guys are popular. I guess. Yeah, thank you. I don't know what that feels like ever.
You're popular.
Does that make you cry?
High school, I did not know what that meant.
What does that feel like, guys?
Well, actually,
I'm just gonna study my anatomy book. Oh, right, xiphoid process.
To be popular.
Hey, what's up, Leanne? Awesome. Thank you for being in chat.
Yeah. man.
Yeah. What else? That was a good episode, though.
I'm trying to think about something else that I didn't say last time that made me
That
cry,
made you
geeky
cry?
wise. And it's
Oh,
tripping me up
man.
because I'm still trying to think
Things
about one.
always make me cry.
I cry all the time.
Iron Giant.
Pixar films.
Pixar films in general.
The Iron
Up.
Giant.
Yeah, Iron Giant.
What's
I
the
didn't
Iron
get to, I
Giant?
didn't get
Sorry.
to finish that one.
It's like a Brad Bird pre-Pixar film.
It's from the 90s.
yeah, traditional
cool.
animation
Yeah.
about like an alien robot, giant robot from outer space, and then the
kinda
little
steampunky.
boy.
Yeah, it's steampunky.
and their relationship. It's basically if you if you've seen Bumblebee, which came out last year.
I didn't
kinda
see
that.
Bumblebee.
Right.
I
Still can't
I would
believe
I would
I heard it was
recommend
really
that one.
great.
It was
I liked it.
in comparison to all those Transformers films. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, especially that.
Did you guys? Oh,
Bumblebee is considered a
No,
classic?
no, Iron Giant.
the Iron
Iron
Giant.
Oh
Giant,
my
yeah.
God. I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Did you guys watch The Land Before Time?
Yes.
Heck yes.
And when Littlefoot's mom died and offers that monologue saying, "I'll always be with you."
That was like Bambi level.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then the song, "If We Hold On Together." Oh my God. Ridiculous. I know. Gutsy,
Karaoke
yes.
later.
Iron Giant was great.
I just remembered.
Hi, Joel. That's JJ, right?
Gutsy.
Guts. Ask.
Guts.
Ask. Be like, "Are you Joel?"
From
Are
Berserk?
you Joel?
No.
Guts
Hey,
from
Gutsy.
Berserk.
No,
Are you Joel?
his screen, his picture is Inuyasha. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is Joel.
Yeah, it is. Hi, Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Hello.
Nice.
Thanks for tuning in.
I just remembered another geeky thing that made me cry. This was a huge ass thing. When Serenity came out, the movie,
Oh.
the
Wait.
sequel to the Firefight.
Oh,
series.
God.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
The
yeah.
preacher died, or-
What
I-
do
like
you mean
everybody-
the preacher died? Who do you think I cried the most? who do you think? You know, the moment the Reaver spear impales Wash, I was like,
oh,
God.
that's right.
this is
I'm a
the
tree.
worst
Oh my God.
movie I have ever
Oh
seen.
my God.
And I was like hysterically sobbing too.
Yeah.
I was
That
watching
was-
it on
yeah.
my parents' couch and I could not stop crying all the way until the credits.
That's
and that was
shocking.
happening at the climax too. So that was a good 25 minutes
Oh
worth
my
of crying.
gosh.
Jeez.
Sorry,
Like-
chat. Sorry we brought up that horrible, horrible
That was
movie.
a crazy.
terrible.
Yeah, that shocked the crap out of me.
I didn't care about Shepard. I mean, it was kind of sad, but then everything was obscured by
He
Wash
passed away in
dying.
real life.
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I
Shepherd, yeah.
soar.
yeah, Shepherd book.
That's
R.I.P.
right. Okay, I care about him dying.
Oh,
I loved Wash.
Rodney.
Rodney's hand is up.
Yes, Rodney.
What's up, Rod?
So I was thinking, one of my highlights or favorite parts of our season was the charity stream.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the charity
me too,
stream. Forgot
actually.
about that. I'm just thinking about episodes here. Right?
Yeah, so I
forgot about that.
Is
Yeah.
definitely probably one of the highlights for me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, we made our goal of $1,000
Right.
to raise for the Organization for Autism Research.
We went over it.
We went
actually.
over
Yeah.
$1,000.
$1,159.
And
just-
collectively, we stayed awake for 24 hours.
I know.
To
Collectively,
game.
not
Collectively,
individually.
Right.
Although Earl, you pretty much stay up the
I
whole
was-
time.
no,
right?
what time
Or it
were
was
we there?
Rodney, actually. I think.
No, Rodney's the only one that didn't sleep the entire stream.
I calculated it. I was up for about 40 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I was about that.
40 hours.
I don't know how you do it.
I was about that
It
minus
was,
that.
it was crazy. I
yeah.
think
Don't
I'll
drug
ever
test
do
them.
that.
Yeah.
I know.
It was crazy, but it was totally worth it.
Powdery stuff on his toilet.
Powdery stuff.
All right, guys, it's the stream. Yeah, let's play a game.
Just kidding. He does not do that. But I really loved the charity stream as
That
well.
was
I mean, I
great,
got to
yeah.
play
Yeah.
Fortnite and Overwatch for the first
Right,
time.
yeah.
Yes. I became best
And
friends.
we were there
with-
when you got your first kill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, you became best
So
friends.
great.
Oh, I was gonna say I became besties with Rodney's mom.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the stories.
Oh yeah, she's great.
The stories, Rodney.
Caitlin and I slept on the floor of Rodney's mom's room, and she's just the sweetest woman.
yeah.
She's so funny. We
It was
we
like
ended up having these
Yeah.
long,
But she-
funny, weird
She-
conversations
she,
with her.
She doesn't know when to.
I didn't say anything. You said that. I didn't say anything.
Hey,
She
but her bathroom had a bidet.
Oh, it does.
So
How did I
So
miss
if
the
you want to
bidet?
flush
Oh
your
my God.
dirty
It
anus,
surprised me.
yes.
Whoa.
What surprised you?
The bidet!
Like, because it sprayed you or because you
it
saw
got
it?
really warm. I didn't know why.
Oh my god.
I didn't do anything.
We could do an entire episode on bidets.
We could.
Hige
buttload
85.
of
Congrats on your season, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And their favorite moment is when we shaved your head, Rodney.
Oh, that's right. That was during the
Yeah.
charity
Really
stream.
cool.
Yeah.
That was fun.
At different time zones. What am I thinking about? Checkpoints. Dear Jesus. At different checkpoints throughout the night, while we reached certain financial goals, Rodney periodically shaved off parts of his hair. Finally, there was this like shaved PG.
I know.
Like
we should make that our cover on the page.
like
I still need to dye my
landscaping,
hair.
gardenscaping.
What's funny is that
Yeah.
I think that was said. I think I said that in passing, just joking around, and then you guys went
Rodney
with it. I
shaves
was
it.
like,
Let's do it. I was really admiring your handiwork, Earl,
Oh,
because that
thank
was
you.
done really well.
The G.
So, yeah,
Oh,
the
not
P,
easy
to do a G.
I was like, how am I going to
Only
do
a
this?
real G can
do
shave
a G.
Yeah.
Can shave a G.
You
into
knew
a G.
how to do that. Yeah. You're an
Figured
excellent
out.
manscaper.
Thank you.
Yes.
whoa, we know your other
The
profession now.
manscaping game is strong. Yeah.
Earl is like,
It's like
Don't use my clippers. I'm just kidding.
he's on.
Bilbo
Please stop
Baggins in my
stroking
eyes
things.
in the chat says, "Hello, this is my first episode. What episode should I watch to understand what's happening in the finale?"
sorry,
All of
man.
them.
Anyone got that pangeekery lore? Sorry, we should.
Season,
That
episode
Well, I
one.
mean-
You can actually hit up our YouTube page,
Yes,
and
you
then
can.
we have an archive of the entire season. So if you
Correct.
go to, we don't have a custom URL yet. We need maybe like 25 more subscribers, but
So
like,
please subscribe.
yeah. Well, I'll link it in the chat, and then yeah, you can start there. That would be a good place.
And then you
Yeah.
guys can listen to it, download it from all the sources, right? And you can Apple Podcast, Google Play, and you can listen to us on your commute and catch up and such.
Yeah. It's better to watch
To
us
see our
on video
beautiful faces.
because we're so animated. We're just
I mean,
animated.
you can watch it while you're driving too. So, but you didn't hear it from me. I'm saying.
That's dangerous.
dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Anyway, I just do want to give a shout out to all of the guests that we've had in this past season,
Right.
Because y'all have made it. Y'all have made it a really fun season.
Yeah.
Leo Partible, what's up? Paulo Reyes, Samson Lancaster from Strength in
Yeah.
Gaming, what's up, brother? Yulin Kwang twice.
Yes.
Yay.
From CW Seed, I ship it.
Yeah, check it out. I'm like 3 episodes in, so.
Nice.
Oh, I want to watch it.
Nikki Sun.
Yes, the mother of cameras.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Justin Ricafort and Brian Kim, who have
The
a
butt
game.
game.
Yeah, the butt game.
Everyone shares.
Everyone
Everyone
shares
shares
one butt.
one butt. I
See,
think
we got
today is the last day of their Kickstarter. Yeah, so if
I'm wearing their pin right,
Right.
now, motherfucker.
if you liked that episode,
Kim's
hit them up.
Burley.
Yi Chow, thank you for being on the podcast.
Narratives-
Alex Catherine.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, he's a narrative writer for League of Legends.
Right. Alex Catherine from Geek Say What Network. Thank you for stopping by. Andy Lowe, East West Players. Man, that was an interesting episode.
Oh,
we
yeah.
talked about
It
Stranger
was,
Things.
Love
yeah.
you some Andy Lowe.
He could have carried that whole episode just by himself. just like you keep talking,
I know
man.
about Galaxy's Edge
Yeah.
and then all that. That was I would say that's another highlight.
Yeah.
Arnold Basingat, our
Arnold's our guest.
our-
Yeah.
I know. I don't
had
know.
a lot
What
of
did we talk
guests.
about that? We had a lot of guests.
Wow.
Well, Balls Deepery
that-
was
yeah, that was
coined
that
on
was
Arnold's
coined.
episode
On his terms.
Don M. Bennett, your cousin.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Dawn,
So
the
thank
voice
you.
actress
Right.
for Funimation.
from Dragon Ball.
yeah.
And Jonathan Wandag. So
Why do you guys
that
say
guy?
Wandag? It sounds so
Wandag.
white.
Wandag.
Like y'all seen
Wandag.
He says
Wandag?
Wandag, right?
One dog.
One
Was it
dog.
one
Okay.
dog?
Jonathan.
I say
dog.
one Doug, but
But
whatever.
I hear Wandag.
Like
I
one
know.
dog.
Like one dog.
One dog.
You all have beautiful voices. Thank you, Henry Bemis.
Thank you. Oh wait, I know her.
Who?
Hey
Henry
Aisha.
Bemis? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Cool.
What's up?
Thank you
What's
for
up,
being
girl?
in chat.
Oh, congratulations on your chicken mobile, chicken wagon. So
What?
this person actually bought a wagon
Full of
quote unquote,
chickens?
but it's actually a yellow like van,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna turn it into a traveling bookstore called the
Right.
Chicken Wagon,
That's
I
awesome.
believe.
Right.
And it's gonna be a traveling bookstore / library type setting for Rialto.
Oh,
why,
great.
why,
Wow.
why
Great.
chickens?
It just says that on the van
Okay.
as she bought it, so I'm not sure why it's called that. But you
I
can
want
drop
there to
a
be
line.
chickens inside.
Yeah, well, actually, you can drop a line in the chat and let us know about it if you have a website that we can follow.
Gotcha.
I think it's a fantastic idea. More literacy for everyone.
Absolutely.
Yay.
I would
And more
not
chickens.
be where I am right now if I didn't voraciously, if I didn't.
That's like a weird way to compliment
That is
yourself.
so, like, I would not be where I am today if I could not
I did
read.
not know how to read.
If I did not learn
I
how to
know.
read.
No, if I, didn't
guess none of us
voraciously,
would really.
if I didn't have access to books, is what I'm saying. I would.
I guess all of
Hey,
us too.
Mayweather's doing all right.
Jesus.
Them burns.
Jesus.
I didn't know that. Oh. Sorry, May.
Damn. Damn, that was good though. Henry Bemis says, thank you for the support. Thank you for being in chat. Bilbo Baggins in my eyes says animated hints for season 2, animated episode.
An animated episode.
Oh, thank you. Can you
Rodney,
imagine
get
that?
on it. Animate us.
We're gonna have to prelay all the voice work.
Yeah.
And then,
Can we do
and then get to
mocap?
that. Yeah, I know. Can we do mocap? I know. No actual mocap. Just put markers and then
And then just have fans have fun with it. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Anyway, thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you to all our guests for making this
Yes,
first
thanks
season
to all our guests.
awesome. Lots of fun.
I just
Yeah.
wish I got to meet most of them, but because they came here
That
when
they
I was
weren't here to
gone.
replace
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I know. We kind of
It was really an audition
Yeah.
to get rid
next
knows.
season. Next season. But yeah, stay tuned for more of that next season. More guests, probably bigger panels, lots of stuff. We have lots of stuff planned, and we're going to work on all that during the off season. So please chill in chat
Please
with
chill.
us.
Follow
Okay.
us,
Calm the
subscribe.
fuck
You know what I'm
down.
saying?
And don't
okay.
forget us.
Yeah, don't forget us. We're going to be there for you every week.
I'll be there.
I swear. Watching you. You'll be watching us.
Every breath you take.
Well, that's a stalker song right there.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
totally a soccer song. With that, let's bring on our special guest for the episode, Carrie
Carrie
Sheroo. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on down.
over.
To the, yes.
Ooh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
How y'all
Good.
doing?
So you have to go real close.
Real close.
Yeah.
Yes. Real
Right
intimate
into
with
it.
the mic.
Yes.
Yes. So hi, Carrie.
Hi.
Good to see you again after a couple of years.
Few years, more
Yeah.
than a couple, I think.
Yeah, so I met you because you are the sister of my former boss at Exit Game Escape Room Games
Right.
in Monterey Park. And you yourself are a game maker and storyteller and writer as well. Can you just give us like a little rundown of what you've been up to or what you're about?
Sure. So yeah, primarily I have a company called Strangely Compelling Multimedia. We're like a production / localization agency that works with a lot of independent games, Japanese games, publishers, Japanese entertainment, American entertainment, a little bit of everything. We support a lot of games and products through their launch, marketing, promotion, social media, events, just kind of whoever needs help,
Right.
whoever
Yeah.
has a cool project that needs help. So recently we got to work on like Dragon Ball Fighters, the fighting game.
Very cool.
Nice.
Dragon Ball Super with Funimation.
Oh, nice.
Annapurna Interactive is a new client of mine
Very
this
cool.
year who has
Right.
just been like making the best independent games
Right.
that I've
Absolutely.
ever seen. And I don't mean to be a total shill. I can have an opinion about the things I work on and also
Absolutely.
like be, just impressed and in love with them. So
Wait, like what games do you recommend from Annapurna?
straight up all of them. Like, I will give you some specific ones,
Okay.
but they're so it's the company is part of Annapurna Pictures
Right.
that did American Hustle and Her and Vice and just amazing movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So their gaming division is actually made up of a lot of ex-Sony developers, producers, things like that.
Wow.
And so they have just amazing taste. So if you're looking for games that are not only beautiful but have great gameplay. So good design,
Jen's about
amazing
to lose
art,
it.
and just like emotional games that will make you cry.
Damn it.
You guys are just talking about
That's
things that make you
exactly what I
cry.
need.
Their whole portfolio is honestly something to be just experience.
That's
Okay.
There's a new one. You guys were talking about Apple Arcade also. So Sayonara Wild Hearts, which just came out with the launch of Apple Arcade. Sorry to sound super shilly right now. I just like have been playing it and listening to it all weekend.
It's all
It
good.
is it's like a pop album concept game, which sounds real hand wavy. Sounds like you're trying a little too hard with
Right.
that description,
Still.
but it really is like imagine they called it like Carly Rae Jepsen, but you give her a sword and that's the game. You're a female biker gang. You're on the back of a bike. You're racing at 200 miles per hour, and there's music and neon colors and pop music, and it's
Whoa.
perfect. And again, I don't say
Wow.
that as a representative of the company. It's just I've never
As a
had an
fan,
experience
right.
as a fact and
Yeah.
a fan.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So
wow, that's
Awesome.
quite a
yeah,
wreck.
so I would check out their portfolio if you're just looking for kind of different games for sure.
And those are available on Steam?
Steam/Epic Game Store for PC. A lot of them are all on iOS and Android and
Right.
kind of
Perfect.
PS4.
Sweet.
I just
Switch.
downloaded Edith Finch, so off the Epic Games launcher. So I that is definitely in my queue for the break, but
Nice.
we'll go through that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Earl here is a video game voiceover person. And
Oh,
voice
yeah.
person. He plays Jonah on Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did that.
Anyway,
Yes,
we
you
just we need to introduce ourselves
Right,
to Carrie.
right, yeah.
So he's
absolutely.
famous, okay?
I didn't know sitting next to a celebrity.
We've
No,
sat you
I'm
there
not.
for a reason. Guest of honor. You know.
Anyhow, yeah. So, how did you get your start into gaming? Did you start somewhere before, or did you like always know you wanted to do this?
So I definitely grew up with video games. You know, I've been playing video games since the original Nintendo.
NES, woot.
NES. And then I just went to school, thought I would get a real job. Thank you, Asian parents. Went to school for engineering. Quickly decided I was never going to go into like a government facility or lab or anything. And I thought I love entertainment. I love being creative. Video games to me was kind of the best way to kind of fuse those things together. But it wasn't until a few years after I graduated college that a company finally took a chance on me. As you know, breaking into entertainment is
Right.
super hard.
Right.
It's super worth it and worthwhile and everything, but like really hard because everybody wants to do it.
Sure.
So a company took a chance on me. I was already, again, like 4 years out of college,
Harvey Mudd.
out of Harvey Mudd,
Wow.
engineering degree.
Super high
Gangster,
GPA. I tried
yeah.
to apply to Pomona, did not accept me. They probably laughed at my application. Whatever.
I don't know how I survived or even got admitted into there. It was a
No,
crazy school.
she's
but,
crazy smart. It makes sense.
But like even in Harvey Mudd, I was applying for video game companies. Eventually, took like it was literally an unpaid internship that I found on Craigslist. Kind of shady. Wasn't gonna lead to a job.
Been
but
there.
like past
Haven't
tense
I?
or am there.
I've gotten some shady but also legit jobs through Craigslist. So, yeah. It's like-
Oh yeah, believe it or not, you can actually, if you sift hard enough, find some legit jobs on Craigslist. As
Hashtag
our
sifting-
guest-
sifting hard.
Sifting.
I feel like that's a whole nother show with Craigslist experiences that we've all had. Both the ups and the
Sifting hard,
downs.
yes.
Sifting
So,
hard. Anyway, so the company that offered me this like crappy sounding job ended up
Okay.
being Riot Games.
Wow.
Again, the game was
sweet.
already launched. League of Legends was already out at the time,
Okay. Right.
but was
Yeah.
still just kind of the underdog. Was not really well known at the time. So a different
Right.
time for the company, right?
So, what did you do for Riot?
I was a producer, so I worked on Dominion, which is now like rest in peace. It's the game mode's gone, but it was like
Oh.
capture the flag kind of mode,
Right.
and then rolled on to helping write some of the lore for the champions and things like that. This was kind of around the Skarner Nocturne era of the
Right.
characters, so like season 1 or 2.
That's like
long time ago.
2000.
Oh, gee.
God,
11.
eight, nine-
Do not
yeah,
date
right.
her.
11.
Do
Yeah.
not date her.
Oh yeah, that was like yesterday. You know,
Yeah,
She just
yeah.
graduated. Yeah.
Back then, yeah.
fantastic.
Anything that's like less than 10 years old to me is like, that's yesterday, right? That's how old
You
I
can
am.
date yourself.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
I do date myself.
The guys are going nuts in the back.
Anyway.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How long were you at Riot?
About a year and a half.
Okay,
so
cool.
through season 1, if you were watching it back then, I hosted the championship for that. Please don't go
Awesome.
back and watch the archives.
Let's watch it.
was a long time ago. There were gifts from my best hits from that time hosting
Nice.
the stream. But
So cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then
see.
went from there into gaming and doing other things.
Look at what your
Very
outfit
cool.
was for that hosting gig.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Do they always
make you dress up
I'm
like-
sure she had some.
Like bunny ears?
Did you cosplay or?
No.
Oh,
I
oh.
wore they gave us these Riot polos and they were super baggy because it was just like standard
No.
issue. And I was
Right,
like,
right.
cool, I'm just gonna be on stream with this like pillow on me. That's fantastic.
That's cute.
now we have
Yeah.
to
Hanes
find it. I know.
hefty.
Yeah.
Just in your
Yeah.
boyfriend pajama shirt or whatever. Like,
Yeah, it was comfortable at least, but you know,
Yeah.
So that's how I got
So
there.
how did you get involved with Tiny Build?
So Tiny Build is an independent game developer publisher. I feel like you set me up for that question, which I know you didn't, because I also found them on Craigslist.
Oh,
Weird.
wow.
Yeah.
You spent a lot of time on Craigslist, do you?
Craigslist used to have a lot more credence. I feel like
Have
than it
another-
does
Did
now.
it though?
there's more story to this.
the depths of Craigslist.
You were
had-
sifting.
I was sifting.
Sifting hard.
Sifting. Found a lot of things on Craigslist.
As did I. Oh, the stories. Back in 2011.
Yeah.
I have stories, y'all.
But Tiny Build, luckily, also happened to be legit. Essentially, I heard about PAX as being the best
Nice.
gaming show out
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
My friend just would tell me about it endlessly, and I was like, I just want to go to PAX. How about I find just like a gig to go work, at a booth or something, represent some sort of games there to actually just kind of pay my way there. Hooked up with Tiny Build, and they make a lot of really fantastic independent games. And eventually did a bunch of shows with them, got to go to a bunch of PAXs, and then eventually became a producer at their studio as well for some time.
It's dope.
And got to go to PAX Australia, which was amazing.
PAX
No big deal.
Australia.
Going to
Yeah.
Australia.
For like
Oh,
I went to Australia.
Australia.
He went to Australia like a few
Go
months
last
ago.
month.
Rather
Yeah,
recent.
yeah.
All of last month, like
And
almost.
he
Yeah.
came back a kangaroo. So he was a kangaroo when he came back.
I
He's
just
like,
recently- I just
"Wallaby,
recently
nice."
transformed back.
Right. I feel more like wallaby, maybe. No, wallabies are.
Dang.
I prefer wallabies. I thought wallabies were like an improvement to kangaroos. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean that as.
Rocco's Modern Life.
Sorry,
Just because I'm shorter. Is that what it is?
Wow.
I thought wallabies.
Earl.
Yeah. Anyways,
Digging a hole.
So we actually worked on a project sort of together.
Did you?
When she designed. Do you want to talk about it?
right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at the Exit Game, which is over in Monterey Park for you LA kids,
Right.
it's an escape room, and we made the School of Sorcery, which is not
Already sounds
themed
cool.
or related to something
Harry
that
Potter.
rhymes with Schmerry Schmotter.
Mary
At all.
Schmutter. Loosely, very,
Not
very
at
much
all.
directly
Schmerry Schmutter.
related.
Larry Cotter.
Larry Cotter. And
Scary fodder.
Smooshy Schmutter.
and
Gary
in
Cotter.
the escape room, there are the talking portraits.
Right.
Just
Right.
a random idea that has nothing to do with
Nothing
anything
to do with
any
anything.
other
Yeah.
IPs.
Yeah.
And we needed people to star as the talking portraits, and we
Oh
had
my God.
Jennifer come on.
Oh, cool.
So if you're in town and want to see her, you had was it like a Cockney accent, or there was some sort of like
Oh.
I had
British
some sort of I sounded like moaning more.
Sample.
sample.
I actually don't
Do
remember
it.
how it sounded like.
It.
Was she modeled off of Ho Hang or something like that?
Damn, that
It's
sounded
Larry Cotter, right?
Larry Cotter and Hohan.
I was trying not to say it, but
We support women.
and women of color.
no. Okay,
No need to.
Show Shang.
Show Shang.
Was it based off of Shawshank?
Shawshank, gong hey, choi chang, happy. No one knows the Harry Potter musical.
I've heard of it.
Dear Jesus.
The CSJAR says Carrie Bear in the house.
Carrie Bear.
Carrie Bear.
Who's that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's that?
The CSJR.
I guess they know you, Carrie.
Yeah, you have fans.
I did post on Twitter that I was going to be on this, but I threatened to kill anybody who said something dumb in chat. So please report back.
You've just
Right,
outed
absolutely.
yourself. You've outed yourself, and you're on her list. But anyway, that was really a lot of fun. So, like, what design elements did you oversee in that? Like, were you responsible for creating all of the game sets for that, or like the concept of it? Like, what?
It was a small team, so it kind of morphed over time. It largely developed into kind of creative direction. So keeping it very narrative focused, as you know, like escape rooms always have a theme. So
Right.
kind of the question was, when people are in there and there's like 10 people trying to escape within 60 minutes,
Right.
no one cares about story at all. Like everyone doesn't want to listen; they just want to like start breaking things. So how do you make that part of the experience that's really fun? Engaging, but you also don't have to like try too hard to like think about it. So that was environmental storytelling in a way, just like
Right,
kind of how
right.
you make it look like schmogwarts in the area, and the talking portraits and what story you tell
Right.
through that, and things
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, that's worth a visit to see Jen as a talking portrait.
Shawshank.
Shawshank.
Do you still have that one running?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still
oh
running.
yeah, and I think it's open in San Diego now too.
Oh, road
So,
trip.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
open in
Can I bring my
You
milk
can go there
tea
to
into
watch our
the
screening.
Milk tea.
Yeah.
my favorite milk tea spot's next
Yeah.
door to it. So
Oh
I know
my
half and
God.
half, right?
yeah, I don't want to say I did.
Am I mistaken in saying that like you had a hand in AI as well? The AI?
Um, I don't think so. I kind of
Oh.
like advised from the side. I got to like lurk
Gotcha.
over, and I didn't really help too much in that one. We did help with the villain's lair.
Oh yeah, which
Which
I
is
also
the
helped
escape
with.
from North Korea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Escape from the prison of Kim Jong Un.
Oh wow.
It's
Wow.
pretty great.
That's quite a
Yeah,
statement.
I actually painted the sewers, and to like make it look like rain was coming out and there was like moss and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
It was fun. I mean,
Oh,
like I
dang.
worked at this escape room game, so we had to reset things while people played them. So it's essentially like solving the puzzle backwards. But
That's
it's
cool.
really cool. Yeah, I really love the elements that you put into School of Sorcery because like they were, they harkened back to something which we will not name, but everything was just so clever. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun to work on.
Yeah.
I think escape rooms, I mean, they're so popular nowadays. There's
Right.
like 10,000 in the world or
Oh,
more
really?
now.
Really?
And it's
Yeah, I believe it.
just
There's
every
so
theme
many.
ever. A lot of small businesses getting into it too, and a lot of acting opportunities. Like the Basement here in LA
Yeah.
actually has live actors in the room.
Right.
There's actually one where they lock an actor into the bathroom that you don't access until like 25 minutes into the level. So
Wow.
Oh
some
my God.
poor person
Right.
is just like in the dark sitting there. I mean, they
Waiting.
probably have like a
Oh,
back door or
that's-
something. But
They probably have water.
I hope so. I mean, there's a toilet there,
Maybe.
so like
They're drinking out of
Some old
God
chicken
damn it, well,
wings.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of interactive theater and stuff now.
Oh,
that's kind of,
immersive
going on,
theater.
which I think you've
I'm
been doing,
pretty
right?
down into immersive theater. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm immersed in immersive theater.
Yeah.
So, what is the most best game escape room game that you've ever been to?
Straight up, the Stash House in Koreatown.
What?
Really?
That was like a
played
very
that?
direct
In our
answer.
Koreatown?
No.
Stash house.
Well, it's a direct answer, and again, you didn't prompt me on this because I like talk about that one a lot.
Nice.
Of course, my brothers are great. Go to the Exit Game, exitgame.com. But the Stash House is again, it's in Koreatown, and the theme is you are going into a drug stash house, obviously, but the cops are
Whoa.
about to get there.
Oh,
so
shit.
with it's actually
High
a
stakes.
90-minute escape room.
Oh wow.
You have to find the 6 bags of cocaine stashed around the house and flush it down the toilet.
Wow.
Which is hilarious. And they do tell you, like, right before you start the game, obviously the bags are, like, the plastic is, like, dissolves in water, so you don't have to feel like you're messing
Oh.
up the environment or anything.
Right.
Cool.
But super, like, Breaking Bad-esque. A lot of
Whoa.
surprises. Really, really fun.
That's
like, highly
brilliant.
recommend that one.
What a great idea.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta check it out together.
Check it out. Rodney, can you pay for us?
Pangeekery trip.
It's on 3rd Street. Yeah, it's right there.
So have you worked on any escape rooms since?
I have not. Pretty much, it was just the school sorcery. Kind of advised a little bit on the new James Bond mission. It was the most recent
nice.
one at the
That's
Exit
right.
Game, and then pretty much just focused on my other gaming publishing work
And-
since then.
Awesome.
For the Exit Game, is it true? I heard that they even like a lot of your brothers. It's probably your brothers. Like they engineer a lot of the stuff, or they like do a lot of soldering with like a lot of the traps.
I can vouch for this. They did. Actually, they built
use
most
some
things by
engineering
hands.
and EE
That's crazy.
skills.
100%. Yeah. The my brother. So I told you I started playing games when I was little. He was the one who turned me into the nerdlet I am now.
Nerdlet.
And because when he did the escape rooms, he played a bunch in China, and like everyone's got a different angle. A lot are more narrative, a lot more actory. He wanted to focus on. I wanted this to be like a real life video game, which is like the AI room is very much like that.
Yep.
So yeah, straight up, they just went in and just engineered a bunch of stuff. There's like pressure sensitive floors and there's lasers and there's what other like interesting tech was there? There was like
magnetic opening fixtures that are controlled digitally. You know, so there's a lot of like programming involved. Actually, we had like lines and lines of coding to just
Wow.
account for like magnetic openings or drops or puffs of air. Or
Right.
yeah.
things like
That was
that.
all in house.
Yeah, all in-house.
In-house.
In the AI, it was very much about like there's a video game, there's a computer set up with a video game, and the things you do in the game affect the things that happen in the
In real
physical
life.
environment
Oh,
around
wow.
you.
Yep.
That's insane.
And since we're on this, I'll just throw it out there. My brother Asian owned all the engineers, like all the partners, and
Right.
like 80% of the employees all Asian.
Asian, yeah.
And that's super cool too.
Yep.
Nice. That's Monterey Park.
Monterey
Yeah,
Park.
Monterey Park.
The Exit Game
Asian.
on Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Of
yeah.
course.
Oh yeah.
That's all of
Where
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Monterey Park. And then we can go to JJ's afterwards. And,
Oh,
I go to
yeah.
half and half.
Or
the
seafood.
KT. I know,
Seafood
yeah.
Palace.
Ocean Star.
Let's go get
I know.
crab.
Let's just name all the places.
Name all.
Kang Kang.
We're gonna be here
BBC.
for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Fresh.
Mama Lou
Half and half.
dumplings.
Mama
Boba.
Lou's, yeah. Let's just go. What else?
Should we just start saying all
phase.
manner of like the fucking shaved ice?
New
Macchiato.
capital. Yeah.
Is it T-brick?
Like, honey boba, honey tea boba.
Just a big like sign one up.
Mama Lou dumplings. Yeah, Mama's Lou back in the day, right?
Like you notice like the
Lulu's
three of them are
mom.
all different. Yeah.
Right,
Like, I don't-
yeah.
Whatever.
Oh my god.
Is Mama's Lou the one that got run like a car ran into it? There was one of those. I can't remember.
Was it one
Oh,
of the
wow.
other sisters that like ran the car?
I can't
in?
remember.
That's my
Oh,
theory.
that's
It's like a
drama,
rivalry.
right?
It's a
It's a
family
rivalry.
rivalry.
Oh
Let's
my
make a
god.
movie out of this
know,
one.
man.
I know.
Elevator pitch. Like,
Oh man.
We'll cast you as one of them.
Oh,
Yes.
as what?
As one of the Mama Lou's.
Mama's Lou's.
I'm gonna be a Mama's
Lou.
Lou.
Lou Mama.
Mama's Lou.
The Mama Lou's.
Mama Lou.
What's
Mama
the
Lou's.
move, Mama?
Mama's Lou.
Like speaks only in Chinese for the entire duration of the film.
All right, somebody write it. I'm just.
All right, somebody write it.
I got
Start
y'all.
this
I
YouTube
got
series
y'all.
inspired by Carrie.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what you'll do during your off season. Just like
yeah, right.
write that.
Or feature
Yeah.
script.
The
we'll
radio
do.
play first
Oh, best
episode.
believe.
Oh,
Do it.
Yeah, a
Rodney's
radio
looking to
play.
get into radio play, right?
plays.
Right
Let's
there.
go.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Indeed.
So,
Yeah.
what are you playing right now?
What am I playing right now?
There's a lot. I know. It's a big
There's
question.
A lot.
Big question.
My time in Portia, spelled Portia, is a farming game. It's basically a 3D
Oh.
Stardew Valley. So you go mining, you farm, you romance people.
You
build
farm
stuff.
and romance.
You farm and
people.
romance.
That's great.
You romance
Nothing
Nothing
farming.
turns Jen on more like
Dragon Age
farming.
and Minecraft together?
But like a baby, like a farming version. It's super fun. Actually developed by a Chinese studio,
Nice.
published by Team 17, and it's super great. But it's terrifying because if you go on Steam and you look at the reviews, all the reviews are like 150 to 400 hours played.
Wow.
So like it's one of
Wow.
those games.
Yeah,
so
right,
if
right.
you feel like
Oh my God.
not being productive with your life anymore, giving
Portia.
up your careers and stuff,
Right.
definitely recommend that game.
That was
So
me
if
and
you go through a
Terraria.
breakup,
Yes.
just download that.
Terraria. Oh my god.
Terraria.
Yeah, evil. I have like 200 hours.
So
at
basically,
least.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but like
Also
farming,
that.
like but farming, yeah. But like
farming.
Wait, what is it
For
called?
fishing.
Something Portia?
my time in Portia.
My lifetime in
P-O-R-T-I.
Portia.
My lifetime in Portia.
Yeah, basically, all right, all 400 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
Terraria, though. I
Over
still do. You
Terraria.
feel like the itch to go back and play Terraria? You feel it in your veins. You're like, maybe I
do.
just want to like. There's
like a
new mods
Right.
and
New.
patches. And
Exactly.
bosses. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have it still installed on my computer, and
Just in
I can't.
case.
Right. I can't bring myself to delete it.
Okay, so
It's-
what is Terraria? I've seen it in Steam sales so many times, more than
You
I
should
can
not
count.
play it.
And I
It's great. Don't play it.
Yeah, it's good.
I
Don't
saw
play
the
it.
screen and I was like, what is this, like Minecrafted Maple Story? Like, what's happening? So,
It's like
What's
2D
going on?
Minecraft, basically.
2D Minecraft.
okay.
Th- there's a very loose
Not
like.
sound-
I am
That's it.
sold.
Yeah, that's it.
sold.
It's just 2D Minecraft.
Minecraft.
There's a very loose kind of like progression that there's not really a story to. But it's a very loose story.
Okay.
But like yeah, it's basically Minecraft. You go out, you explore, you find different kinds of bricks, you build like your little base, and then
Yeah.
you get attacked sometimes by their version of creeps.
Okay.
I'm so titillated right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
It's.
by Terraria.
I should show you my castle. It's
I'd love
show
to
you
see
my
your
castle.
castle.
Yo,
Is that
girl,
how
my
you-
Terraria castle.
Slip into my
That's a good
Hey,
pickup
girl.
line.
slip and slide to your castle.
show you my castle.
Okay.
I built this whole thing where like it was like a trap door, so whenever I get attacked by like goblins or whatever, I can just shoot. Oh yeah, that's right
Old
there.
school.
Yeah, so it's like kind of 16-bit.
It's side-scrolling, right?
Yeah, side-scrolling.
Okay.
You can play with either the mouse or like a controller, whichever.
And
one.
it's
Right.
co-op, and I don't know if there's like a
Right.
limit on the
Little
number of
bunny.
characters. I think it's like as much as the server can hold, so
Right.
you guys can all play together.
Yeah.
And then it's one of those games where the sun is rising in real life, and you're
Yeah.
like, that's a
Some
problem.
time
I need to
passes.
go. Yeah, go to bed. So, highly recommend
Yeah.
Terraria,
Oh
my
and usually on
goodness.
sale for like $3
Yeah,
or
it's
something
super
these
cheap.
days.
Like I got it as part of a humble bundle, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Humble Bundle used to
yeah.
be the shit.
Yeah.
Is it still the shit?
I don't know. I stopped buying games
Yeah,
because like
who-
my backlog got to about 100, and I was like, I need to stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you all playing these
Oh.
days?
I just bought Mass Effect Andromeda. I have only played Mass Effect 2 and I absolutely loved it. I was a Thane mancer. I romanced Thane. He was the most sensitive boy, you know.
You said that like with an accident.
Sensitive boy. But yeah, so far I really like it. The world building is amazing and I love that I can play an Asian character. I also started but did not finish Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was digging watching you play that.
I was digging it, but it was also a little intense, you know.
I heard it's
I
like
thought
super
you like
intense.
intense.
Oh, I mean, like I like intense, but like as far as psychosis goes, like I need to
Right.
dose myself properly because it just brings up some memories. You know what I mean? Like I gotta.
Like the protagonist is like massively
She's
schizophrenic.
Right.
and like
Oh,
you
wow.
hear voices
all throughout.
the game, and it's
wow.
really
But it's
intense.
great. I loved it.
Oh man,
She
Really
won a-
well acted.
very well acted.
Yeah.
but
She
at-
won a VGX for that.
I believe
Really?
it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I mean, the thing is, you can dial the voices back if you wanted
Right.
to, and I dialed it all the way down. Not all the way down because then it would defeat the purpose of the game. Because then you hear like different facets of her thoughts, but it kind of makes me anxious. Not gonna lie, because it's always like. She shouldn't go there. She shouldn't go there. She shouldn't go there. You know what I mean? Like, there's like
Wow.
so many like
that,
fucking
yeah.
things happening right now, like at every moment, and you're just like, I'm walking through this grass. Just leave me alone. You know? So anyway,
Senua's
Wow.
Sacrifice,
I'm trying
yeah.
to calm down, and then I'll go back to playing it.
Right.
I started Nier Automata, did not finish it.
How many hours did you
you?
get into that?
Only like 5 hours.
Because like
and
I'm
I was
looking to
not
start that as
feeling
well.
it.
Oh,
Game,
really?
My
Same,
friend
yeah.
actually
Yeah.
stars in it.
Really? Oh, that's
Kira.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Who I'm
That's
trying
right.
to get on for season 2.
Oh, cool,
She's
cool.
the protagonist in Nier Automata.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we need to meet Kira.
Yes, you do. I get y'all on here after Carrie.
So
Alright.
I received an interesting piece of news when I said that I quit playing Nier Automata. One of my friends fired back at me and said it was one of the best games he had ever played.
Oh, Nathan Savant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he has
called
to.
him out.
He said,
I know. Wow.
Wow.
I know.
sorry.
Sorry to
keep some anonymity. But
Sorry.
it's okay.
putting on a blast here on Pangeekery.
How dare you?
I know. Now he's gonna get all this hate mail. People don't even know who he is. All the Nathan Savants.
So according to him, you have to play the second ending, and then you get like one of the. You're nodding your head, but you get like apparently one of the most profound philosophical experiences of your life, is what he said. And I was
Wow.
like, really? I don't know. Like, I'm so far not sold, and also the idea of having to finish one iteration of the game, replay it, and get to the second ending seems kind of tedious for me and not quite inspired at this moment.
Yeah, there's definitely a limit of like, the amount of episodes or time you have to sit through something. If it hasn't captured you by then, honestly, move on.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
As
'cause
with
there's-
anything.
Yeah.
As with
Yeah.
anything, there's
Yeah.
just too much out there, right?
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's fine if it's your favorite show, your favorite game, and people aren't into it. Like, there's
Yeah.
just too much out there to
I do
Have you played it?
I haven't, but I've heard the same thing, and I'm like,
Oh.
I just haven't been able to play a lot of AAA's lately.
Right.
I want kind of the shorter experiences these days because again, old
Yes,
and
Right,
want to be
right.
able to just pick up and play and like put things down after an hour or two. Whereas a lot
Yeah.
of the AAA games like that, you're still going through like your first cutscene for the first like 4 hours of the game.
Dude,
so-
yeah. I mean, I love those. I love AAA games, and I love like first persons where you like are with them for the entire journey. I mean, playing Witcher 3 took me like about a year and a half to finish because of how busy I was. I could only play it like once a week or something.
Now,
for
Nier
2-3
is
hours.
it's like combo based, or I can't. I have
It
not
kind of
played
it feels like
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, honestly.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's Square Enix deal.
Yeah, I think an interesting reason to play Nier is that there's a lot of rumors or hope that Yoko Taro, who's the creator,
Right.
creative genius behind that game, may be convinced to work on a future Final Fantasy, which I think is a great idea because
Ooh.
Nier did so well.
Absolutely.
Right.
So it would be so cool to see his take on a Final Fantasy because
It
he's
would.
very like kind of off
He's
kilter.
reclusive, right?
He's-
like
he's
nobody
a
even
weirdo.
nobody even sees his face. Isn't he the guy who doesn't show his face?
Yeah, he wears
He puts
this,
like a
like, yeah.
fucking
So he's like, see
like
ya.
dead mouse type thing. Nobody knows what he looks like.
of video games.
I researched him because when my friend put on Twitter that she was the protagonist of Nier Automata, I was like,
Right.
I gotta look this shit up. And when I found out about the creator, I was like getting spooked because nobody knows what he looks like.
What's his deal? Like, what
He's
is
just
with
like
that?
Sia. Like, why does Sia do it? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, because it's postmodernism, and what is identity anymore in the digital age? when
Something
we
like
have
that.
reached globalization to a point of like negating the
What she said.
persona.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. There's
Exactly.
many different reasons.
Precisely.
Oh,
There
wow.
he is. Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, that's his.
Yoko,
That's his helmet.
Yeah, see? See?
That's
Yeah.
creepy
It's like
AF.
the Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's like
That's-
Jack
yeah,
Skellington.
he
That's
wears-
pretty
yeah,
cool, though.
yeah.
That's some like Princess Mononoke shit.
I wanna
Like,
be
the
Jack
little
fucking
Skellington.
postmodern.
Oh, no
I'm
face?
trying to make some
Well,
odd.
I'm
no,
just
no.
curious where his
Oh, the
how he
little
can
guys.
see.
Yeah, I forgot what they're called. Yeah.
Like
sure
if
there's, like, a
that
little
if that's a
hole
like
It's a
weird
nose,
filter,
maybe. Or it could be
Yeah,
the
nose looks
eyes.
too
It
You
could
know,
be
filter,
through the
yeah.
eyes. They could be.
Or the
creepy.
teeth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
There's many
Yeah.
possibilities.
How do they breathe through that? You know, I once played like a skeleton in a dance routine, and I was like in a dance routine. It was like,
Where's this YouTube clip? Roll that clip.
I know.
Roll
Let's,
that clip.
Roll
let's
that
find that
clip.
really quick.
Dancing
Jennifer.
routine has a
Skeleton dance.
Skeleton Jennifer Zhang. Happy Halloween, y'all.
dude, I was like having like hyperventilating by the time, because you're just like breathing your own exhaust as you're
Exhaust.
moving around. So I don't know like where like the breathing apparatus is, but props to them.
I'm just getting freaked out the more I look at that.
So,
know, it's so
Carrie, do you have
freaky.
any projects right now that you're working on?
Do I have any projects right now? Nothing to plug. I guess I'm
Right.
writing a book.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tell us about that. I'm sorry. I got excited. I'm sorry.
We got some book lovers up
Yeah.
here.
I know.
Yeah, actually, sorry.
It's like,
Earl,
like,
what,
all right.
what does this have to do with books? You're
like,
sifting a
come
little
here,
too hard there.
I'm like, hey, guys. Okay. We get it. We get it. You can read. Stop rubbing it in. Jeez.
Oh, Jesus. Me and Caitlin are particularly gung-ho about hearing about books because we're also working on a graphic novel series right now, and so we were
Indeed we
geeking
are.
out when we heard that you're a writer. I mean, I always knew that about
We're
you. but,
both
like,
writers, actually.
yeah.
So, and so is
Writing
Rodney.
writing is awesome, sort of. I mean, it's more fun to have written than to be writing at that
Of
moment in
course.
time because it's crazy.
Absolutely.
I know what you mean.
You know that feeling.
I love writing, but I fucking hate it.
But yeah, I want to be done with writing.
I just
Yes.
want.
I want you
I
to
want
have
the finished
written.
project.
Can it just do itself?
I want to have play with the baby without having to force it on my vagina. Does that make sense?
Wow.
Yeah.
Feel
Feel
that.
attraction.
Feel that.
Yep.
Writing is
I get that.
the hardest thing I've ever.
For you.
Rodney says
Yeah.
writing is the hardest thing you've ever done.
I've done some
Wow.
hard things, but like
Like sifting. Like sifting.
I didn't mean that.
She sifted really hard before.
You reacted before I did.
And then I laughed. I've done hard things, but writing.
We're 12 years old, by the way.
Same.
We're 12.
Same, though.
We're all 12.
Okay, anyways.
All right.
So writing books.
Shout out to all
Carrie
the
is writing.
12-year-olds.
What is Carrie writing?
My goal
Not
is
shout out. Not shout out. Sorry. Sorry.
don't worry about it. My goal is to have a physically published book in bookstores and things like that. So I'm working on my 5th manuscript currently.
Wow. Wait,
none
of
of
the
them-
same book?
No,
or-
just different. So 5 different novels I've
Oh
written so
shit!
far.
I was gonna say
Have not
you
published
rewrote
yet.
your manuscript 5 times.
I have rewritten a manuscript like many times.
Wow.
You know, the whole editing process.
yeah,
By the way, writing is great. Definitely recommend don't write novels if you can because it is the least rewarding thing you'll ever do.
Oh
Right.
man.
Oh, man.
Because
Wow.
essentially the whole process of writing, I'll just go through it really quickly, is to actually pitch a novel to an agent. It has to be not only completed but edited and basically as close to publication as
Like,
you can get it.
almost done.
Done, like
Right.
actually done. Beta readers, the whole shebang, and so you can't even approach an agent without having that.
Yeah.
And then you approach the agent, and then you show them your pitch, and they could read the first sentence and be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
But again, you have to have
Yeah.
a finished manuscript to do
Yeah.
that. So
Right.
Yeah.
really difficult career path.
So what it
but-
really is finding an agent who will believe in your project enough to publish it.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. And
okay.
it's very much just like, I mean, you guys are all not only just actors, but you produce things as well. It's
Right.
like, think about, all the games you've ever played in your life and the ones you loved and the ones you didn't. And you may not really love Nier, but obviously that did really well and other people loved it. But you love the
Nathan
crap
Savant.
out of Mass Effect, right? So it's
Yes.
like the projects that come to you and the ones you pick are going to be the ones you love personally and just have a connection to.
Totally.
I think that's
So
like
it's all
one of the...
about finding that right agent.
Yeah,
So
find that right.
are you gonna pitch your latest manuscript
Yeah,
to us right
can
now,
you tell
or
us
is that
anything about
under
it?
wraps?
Yeah, what genre? Are you writing?
It's
Young
about
adults.
dragons.
YA. Woot.
There are no dragons. It is young adult fantasy, but there are no dragons.
Oh,
so
okay.
But
doesn't
still,
He only cares about dragons. Yeah, he's out.
I'm reading a YA novel right now that I've been reading for the last year.
Oh, the one about the girl who
Yeah.
disappears.
Yes.
Oh, Dead Girl?
Dead Girl?
Dead girl.
Yeah.
The girl who he's not
Yeah.
sure yet if the girl's dead or not.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm
It's
but,
like more like Schrodinger's girl.
yeah, 200 pages in.
I like that. I like that's a good concept.
Bobby, I'm sorry. I read really slow these days.
So you're
Yeah.
it's a fantasy.
Young adult fantasy,
Okay.
and you guys were talking about Game of Thrones
Yeah.
earlier. So essentially, my favorite character on the show was Marjorie Tyrell.
Nice.
I love her.
Good pick.
The
Sorry,
best. And
okay.
you would watch an entire show, movie, whatever, epic series about Marjorie. She was
Hell
such
yeah, I
an
would.
amazing character. She's
Absolutely.
as smart as she is sexy. She's
Yeah.
cunning. She plays the game almost better than most anyone played it on
Right.
the show. Like, to
Yeah.
be fair, I'm very biased.
She died in a very unfair way.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
But, like,
she should have lived.
Her death was so good because
it was so good,
it was
yeah.
earned, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like,
It was earned, yeah.
I want to be with a character like that. I want to see a female character who eventually takes over. She's the main character, and one big part of the pitch is that if you think about characters who are masterminds, the little fingers,
Yeah, yeah.
the Ozymandias from Watchmen, they're all male.
Yeah.
Try to think of a female mastermind character. It
Yeah.
kind of doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So like that's
Yeah.
Not
my
too
book.
many,
That's
yeah.
my character.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Character from Luther.
fucking
She was
awesome.
great.
So is this like high fantasy or low fantasy? Like how big of a influence
Sounds
does
high
magic
fantasy to me.
I would
have in the
say. I
world?
mean, it's more.
Oh, actually, no.
Low
yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah,
there's no
dragon.
magic. There's no
Right.
Yeah,
dragon.
okay,
You're
gotcha.
like
So it is low
dragons
fantasy.
or no dragons.
Yeah. That's the determining factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, high and low.
That's
yeah.
the
well,
line of
high
demarcation.
fantasy. I wrote an article once about this when I wrote for magazines. Is like a high fantasy or epic fantasy would be something like Lord of the Rings, right?
Right.
You have like a fully realized world. A lot of times the what is it called, like a Sword in the Stone type side adventures. Those tend to be considered low,
Low.
fantasy,
Right.
which probably don't have as many elements of like high, intense magic.
Yeah.
Yankee and King Arthur's
So,
Court.
is there magic in your world?
No, there's
oh,
not.
okay.
So,
So
straight up
low
low
fantasy.
fantasy. Yeah.
How many
Okay. So-
how many races are in your?
Only one, I guess, human.
Just
So
human?
it's
Oh,
more
okay.
like medieval times, like kind
Like-
of era, like castles
Got it.
and nobility and things.
okay.
So
No
like
elves.
medieval England, and
Fiefdoms.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm into
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Feudal system.
I love it. Love
Well,
it. Love it. Love it.
Is fantasy the primary genre that you write in, or like what what trajectories do your novels take? Like all 5 of them? Are they all in the same genre?
All young adult generally, because I never grew out of being a teenage girl. I guess, right? Like,
It's too much fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely lean sci-fi, like not hard sci-fi, so soft sci-fi,
Soft.
low fantasy. Like,
Don't
Soft
put yourself
sci-fi.
down, girl.
yeah, no, it's just
Aim low.
aim low,
Low
just,
fantasy.
like, do the
soft,
least
soft
possible.
sci-fi. Soft.
There's a robot, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Soft. Yeah.
But I actually thought once, like, obviously I'm a nerd, which I mean you guys are too. That's not a bad word these days.
Yay! You're welcome.
But I thought about why do I particularly love writing and creating in science fiction fantasy. I wouldn't say I'm like a huge fantasy nerd. I didn't read Lord of the Rings.
You read Dragonlance?
No, grew up on Dragonlance.
Oh man, wait, nerd card revoked.
Was Dragonlance an Asian thing? Because my brother got me into Dragonlance.
You did read Dragonlance?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
My email address was miralassa@gmail.com.
Oh,
because Miralassa is
Earl's
Right.
like,
yeah.
We had to email that to
Yeah.
get you on the show. So
Yes.
No way.
that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it might have been like an Asian thing because all the people that I know that play Dragonlance
Are
are
also
also Asian. Yeah, I know. Like I can think of everybody that I play D&D with, Asian people. So
Nice.
maybe.
Asian people
Maybe.
like dragons.
You're right.
Maybe.
Right?
maybe.
I'm sure there's a
Just
white guy in
Chinese
the suburbs going, actually.
Actually.
I like it too.
Well, thank you, Carrie, for sitting down with us. That was an awesome conversation. Sorry we have to cut that short. We have to move along. But thank you for being at the table with us. Will you join us for a game?
Yes, of course. I'd love
Awesome.
to.
Okay.
Yeah,
So are we going to do the battle of the sexes?
Sure,
In
Rodney.
which case we need another boy to come up here.
Yeah, we need. Okay.
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron's
okay.
gonna be
I wasn't
Big
expecting
boy.
that. So typically what we do whenever we play Heads Up,
But you got to take your shirt off, Aaron.
Right.
and by typically I mean every time, we are going to. Okay, here's the thing. Do
We
we
need
want
to
to
change
do? Do we want to do the same category?
No, not that.
We've always played blockbuster movie titles, but Walter here complained that he doesn't know enough about movies
doesn't know-
because he's an
What?
ignoramus.
You don't know what?
Couldn't I read?
He was something like, "Oh, let's do like politics." I'm like, I don't think there's a politics one.
Well, what else
Well,
is
there's
there?
superstars. There's animals gone wild. There's accents and impressions.
Oh,
You guys want
boy.
to try that one?
That's gonna be terrible.
Impressions.
There's one called Icons, Legends, and Stars. There's one called Act It Out. So I guess that one you have to act, but then our listeners can't
Right.
see it. There's one called #Trending, and those are all the free ones. So which ones
I
do you
kind
guys
of.
want to try? Accents and impressions?
Ooh.
Earl, I bet you want
Oh,
that one.
No, no,
man.
no.
Oh, God, we have to
do Excellent. them?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No,
I
I
don't
vote
know.
Jennifer.
for all of those.
Oh, thank you. But no.
We
gosh,
could do a thing where like whoever can do it will be like, "Oh, I'll do it" or something, and then
Oh, but then like, what if they're from the opposing team? Oh, you mean
no,
like
we
from
would
within the
discuss-
team?
Yeah, within the team.
I kind of want to do movies.
Actually, no, that doesn't work out.
I
because
kinda
then
wanna
you-
do-
Okay, like
That
we'll
doesn't
do,
work
no,
out.
we
Do
should
movies.
do like
one round.
Yeah.
one round movies, both
Okay.
genders.
Okay.
And then we'll choose another category, the next gender. et cetera,
Okay,
et cetera.
how about the winner of the round chooses the next
Sure.
category?
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, so for now, we're going to do blockbuster movies.
Okay.
Who should we start off with, guys or girls? Should we give the guys an advantage since they tend to lose? What do you guys think?
No, ladies
I just
first,
want to give a
ladies
shout out
Ladies
really quick
first.
to everybody. This is Aaron. Aaron is our
yeah.
business dude behind the scenes. What's up, Aaron? Everybody's.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hey.
Holding your mic. Okay, so we're going
All
to
right.
start with the ladies because the men voted that. Okay, so who wants to go first?
Only the men got a vote.
Yes.
I'll go first.
Let's. Who rolls highest on the D20? How
Oh,
about
God.
Oh, let's do it.
that? Yeah.
All right.
Who represents? Okay.
So
One.
All right, so guys first. All right, go ahead, do it again.
Critical
Go roll
fail.
it, roll it. 11.
Okay,
All
yeah.
right, so
Guys
you
first.
guys
All
go
right.
first.
We'll start with movies.
Yep.
All right.
You wanna go
Sorry,
first?
I
You
just
wanna-
lost us our
Whatever.
lead.
Let's
Okay.
see. Can someone have paper so we can record who's winning and losing?
Or Arnold if he can.
Yeah, Arnold, if you could keep score.
Keep score. Oh, Ronnie will
Ready?
keep score. Great.
Okay.
All right.
So you know how to play this game, right, Carrie?
I need to be reminded, but I.
Oh, or
You'll
you can
watch
watch.
us. Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
figure it
totally
out.
watch
Yeah.
us.
Wait, face them.
Oh, it's
Talking to the mic.
49.
7.
The next number after 49.
50 first dates.
No, but like
50 Shades of Grey.
yes. Oh,
50 Shades Free.
yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's opposite of sad.
Happy Feet.
Yes.
Oh.
Opposite Batman?
The lover of Batman.
Wonder
She
Woman?
steals. She steals.
No.
Michelle
Selena
Pfeiffer,
Kyle.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Catwoman.
Yes.
Sorry.
Selena Kyle, he remembers that first.
It's this when this giant
Armageddon?
asteroid comes down. She.
Deep
Elijah
Impact.
Wood.
Yes.
Dang. Okay.
Oh, show me the money.
Jerry Maguire.
Yes. Oh, don't get them wet.
Gremlins.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's a lot of movies.
It's a movie about zombies. It's almost a month.
28 days later.
Yes.
Wow.
Skeleton.
That's the best I think
That's
Earl
pretty
has
great.
ever done.
Dude, Earl,
Wow.
you
Good
showed the fuck up.
So you just can't
Use the words in the title.
Yeah,
obviously,
it's
right?
easy. You don't have to.
Wow, that was 7.
7. Wow. That's
Nice.
a record.
Okay.
All
We're
right.
gonna-
So who's going first?
You're going
I'm going
first,
first.
right?
Okay, great. All right, here we
do
go,
this. Okay.
ladies.
Okay. Oh shit. Fockers. What's
Ben
the original
Stiller.
of Fockers?
Meet the Fockers?
No, the first one.
I forget. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this one where in the movie people keep dying in crazy ways, and there's all these sequels to it. Started in the 90s.
Saw.
No.
They keep dying in ways they can't prevent. It's like inevitable.
One of them is a roller coaster. One guy ends up in a grinder.
Man. Oh my God. Why do I not remember this?
That's a tough one.
Skip.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a tough one.
Tom
Tom
Hanks and. There's a painting,
Dan
Mona
Brown.
Lisa, the Mona Lisa.
Oh, the Da
Dan
Vinci
Brown.
Code.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Whew. Okay. There's Bruce.
Steve Carell stars in it. It's not Bruce, but
Bruce.
Bruce Almighty?
No, not that
Oh,
one. The
Evan
sequel.
Almighty.
Yes. Okay.
Ben Stiller
Never
and
go full
Robert
retard. Never go full
Oh my
retard.
God. Oh my God.
Great.
Full
Robert
retard.
Jr.
That movie.
I forgot.
Oh, shit.
I forgot.
Oh, Jim Carrey,
And
and because he's retarded,
Jeff
retarded,
Daniels.
retarded. He's retarded. Jim Carrey,
Wow,
Jim
that's
Carrey's
kind of
retarded.
offensive, dude.
Oh man.
I know.
we don't use the R word.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, a little offensive
You're
there.
saying it like over and over and over.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
You
I would
never
like to
go
apologize
Bad.
for Caitlin
So
Faye.
bad. We're losing.
No,
I'm
we're
just
losing.
I'm just trolling.
No.
We got 2.
I usually
got
win
2.
this game. Okay.
Oops.
What are we going?
How do we choose a category?
Yeah. Final Destination.
choose
I
the
knew it.
category?
I saw
Swipe
that
down.
scene
Okay,
with the
we
roller
can
coaster.
Yeah.
We can choose the same one. I
Movies
guess.
is a good category.
Yeah, we could do movies.
No, because there's other
Walter-
categories.
Walter
to even
doesn't
it out,
like the
I think
movies
it's like to
category.
even it out.
The one time you're actually winning, you don't want to do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
you just
no.
wanna
to
do
be
it.
fair, Icons,
To be
Legends,
fair.
Icons, Legends, and Stars.
Rem, yeah, you're gonna clip that,
I
right?
said do the accents and impressions.
Oh,
Let's
man.
do,
Accents
yeah.
and
Icons,
impressions?
Legends, and
Oh.
Stars.
Icons, Legends, and Stars. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Aaron.
Okay.
Oh.
Hilarious.
Do you want to guess? You're gonna guess,
Yeah, I
Walter.
guess.
Okay. Place on forehead. This is an
Oh, that's
older
hard.
actor, a black man who was very eloquent. From
Blank.
Oh, Sidney Poitier.
yes. Wow. Okay. Old fascist like
Russia.
Russia. Yeah.
Stalin.
Yes. Full name of that.
Oh, Joseph Stalin.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Nothing compares to you. She ripped up a picture
Oh,
of the Pope.
Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. Previous home run leader before Hank Aaron.
Babe Ruth.
He had
Yep. Okay.
Shit. We are fucked.
Singer, Scandinavian, blonde.
it's you. What's a diamond and a ruby and sapphire?
I can't think of a song.
Pass.
Nope.
All right. She's in The Help. Yes. She's in How to Get Away with Murder right now.
Pass. I know it, but I can't think of it.
Okay. Asshole.
Dog?
She's black.
You just saying Babe Ruth.
Sorry, that was
Viola,
Viola Davis.
Viola
Just
Davis.
asshole. I thought you said asshole. I thought you said dog.
Dog. This is
Asshole.
the last one was Christopher Columbus. Asshole.
We got 4. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 4 is not
We're
bad.
11 right
4 is
now.
not
We're
bad.
at 2.
Okay. Okay. We gotta do this.
Oh God.
Go next.
I have no idea.
Asshole.
Go ahead, Caitlin.
Oh my
go,
God,
Go
I'm
for it.
scared.
We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see. We'll see.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
Face us. Okay. Can you back off a little bit? Okay. Cool. Oh, so this is a person who created a sort of theory that you can.
Freud.
No, as far as politics go,
like
you can see
communist, isn't it? Like-
proletariat and the bourgeoisie.
Fucking hell. Marx.
Yes.
Marx. Karl Marx.
No,
Okay.
say it full.
Karl Marx.
Oh.
Karl Marx. Yeah.
Okay, so famous chef.
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen.
Angry.
Oh, is he
White
dead or is
dude.
he, oh no,
Alive.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah,
Yes.
Gordon Ramsay. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
dead.
Oh,
Phantom of the
Phantom
Opera.
of the Opera. Writer composer.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Okay. Oh, playing the Joker right now. Very sad Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Okay.
Good.
Black Swan.
Leon the Professional.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Okay. So person that writes, twists, Avatar, Last Airbender, made this movie director.
The Sixth Sense.
Oh, James Cameron.
No,
The Sixth
makes
Sense,
weird twists.
fucking M. Night
Indian
Shyamalan.
dude.
Yes. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Sorry.
Really?
So half
Golf
Asian,
player. That
half
song
black
earlier?
golf player.
If we hold on together. Who sang that? I know.
I wouldn't be able to come up with a hint for
Let's do
Diana
this.
Ross.
6. Okay.
Six.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
that's pretty
all
good.
right,
Pretty
all right.
good.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Yeah,
Caught
yeah,
up. We caught up. We caught up.
yeah, yeah,
Choosing
all
a
right.
category.
Last round, right? Last
do
round.
this, we can do this.
Final round.
No, we
Oh, yeah.
won.
So we won that.
you
we
guys
won
choose.
that round.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
So
What
what do you guys want to do?
Do they go now?
Okay. So
Accents and impressions.
Yeah,
We get to
they're
choose
choosing
one.
that.
We could continue doing icons, legends,
No,
stars.
let's do
You don't want to do
something
that?
else.
8. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Animals gone
Sudden
wild.
death.
What do we think the boys will be bad at?
Good call.
I
Probably
really know how to do
sports.
trending.
Trending.
I'm very good at animals.
You want to do but what does animals gone wild mean?
It's just naming an animal.
Oh, okay. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
What the
Okay. You
fuck?
want to do animals gone
Let's
wild?
do animal.
All right.
So do I start?
Yes.
Aminals?
Okay.
Animals. Okay.
Okay.
This is
Oh, get to the
crazy.
mic, close to the mic.
Oh, so lives in the Arctic?
Polar bear?
Yes.
Do I go up or down?
Down.
Down.
Sorry.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So a baby sheep. Baby sheep.
Lamb?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, the sound that a rooster makes.
It's made.
Oh no!
it's not.
Clock? Sorry.
Clock?
No.
Stop. Clocks are based on this bird.
It's a clock.
Cuckoo. A cuckoo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Nails on
Woody.
Woody the woodpecker.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so a type of caterpillar type thing that
It
you
wiggles.
can measure with.
It wiggles.
Not
It's
a centimeter,
A centipede.
not a centimeter,
no.
but what's another measuring?
A millimeter.
Stop. Hold on. Okay, pass. Okay, so Alvin and the
Chipmunks.
Yes. Okay, carries a lot of fish in its beak.
Pelican?
Yes.
African desert
Lion
has
King.
twisted horns and can jump.
Wildebeest?
Caitlin is losing it right now. Caitlin, what are you doing? Are you okay?
You're hurting our cause right now.
Caitlin,
I got it, though. I got it.
Caitlin, what's
I
going
want
on?
a replay on that woodpecker because she said wood.
It would, and then this.
She did say wood. I don't know. Does that
All right,
woodpecker
right.
count?
That's true.
That doesn't count.
Woodpecker
So
does not
Woody,
five.
yeah,
You guys
yeah.
got 5.
We have 6.
Woodpecker
fine.
doesn't count.
Wait, how does
That's
woodpecker
fair.
not count?
Because
Because you said
you
wood.
said wood.
Woody.
I didn't say wood.
You said
You
Woody.
said Woody.
You said
What?
Woody.
No, I said Woody, not wood. Woody, like
It
Woody
already
Allen.
says it in there.
It's still in there.
Oh, come on, guys.
All right, well, Zarin, or
How do
you?
I do this if I'm carrying? Okay.
All right, just guess,
I'll hold the mic.
and then we'll. Okay,
Hakuna
Pumbaa.
In Lion King, it's like a wild pig
It's a
with tusk.
hog. What?
No, what's another name for it? When you're
It's
the
another-
opposite of
yeah,
excited.
it's like a
Opposite of
Big
excited.
pig.
I don't know.
Okay.
Big tusk.
Tusks,
Like,
large
like a seal.
cetacean.
Like a seal, but big tusk, like a big sea creature.
Walrus.
Yes. It's a kung fu style.
Yeah.
Panda.
No,
No,
kung
no,
fu
no.
style.
An insect though.
Insect. Yes.
Yes. Little eggs.
It was the last name of the
Little
vice
eggs.
president, Dan.
Quail.
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, damn it.
Orange.
Old-
Oh, sorry. Pass. I said.
Sorry.
Oh wait. Sorry. Let's
no,
count
no.
one.
Lion and
Stripes.
but it's the
cat.
other big cat.
Panther. Tiger.
Yes.
Yes. Small, kind of like a guinea pig, but it's from
It's a fur.
South America.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, is it tied?
Is it?
I don't know. I think
think
they still won.
I think I still won.
Oh, I don't know.
Because there was like 3-point
Yeah,
difference,
because they were
right?
3 points ahead.
4. We got 4. Because minus the 5 we said.
Yeah.
So what is the
11,
final
so it's
score?
15 to 13, I think.
Oops.
It might be 15 to 13.
Animals was a good
Man.
choice.
I know, that was tough.
Oh, except for the fact that Caitlin like lost
Yeah.
her shit.
Sorry.
Is it a tie?
Was it?
13.
Oh, I
The
thought.
girls, 13.
Oh my God!
This is unprecedented.
Wait.
Aaron,
Wait.
yeah, it's
Tiebreaker,
hilarious.
tiebreaker.
Airline.
The math right?
Okay.
No, hold
Aaron,
on.
hilarious.
No, guys won.
Oh, yeah.
What?
15, guys 15.
See,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Still.
Good game.
That was, yeah. Awesome. I didn't think we were going to win.
Good game.
Good game.
Oh.
If I hadn't said the wording,
GG.
Yeah.
GG.
still would have lost.
We still would have
GG.
lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was exciting.
Wow.
that was riveting.
The chat, Aaron Nabis says, man, this is hilarious.
I feel like I vindicated myself from last week's loss.
Really, it's a kung fu pose. He goes to the back.
World of Wandog. World of Wandog says Caitlin isn't even speaking English. She's just making animal noises.
Kayla's like, ugh.
And Rem says we're gonna clip everything Caitlin said. Oh gosh. Oh my God. What was happening there?
Kayla's like,
So we're gonna head into our I guess one of our final sections, our Geeky Rec section. I don't know if you want to join us,
I don't know.
Aaron, or if you want to just slink off to the. You can hang out, yeah.
give your geeky Rex.
Yeah.
Geeky Recs for the off season. So
The off-season.
in the couple months that we are not going to be on the air in this form, what are some things that you're looking forward to, or are you going to play or read or whatever?
Let's start
Who'd
with
like to start?
Carrie.
I was just thinking I'd start with you.
Oh, start with me.
about
Okay,
what
I do have
recommendations.
stuff.
Right.
I can start. I am looking forward to a couple of things. Death Stranding being the top
Wow,
thing
right.
I am looking forward
That's
to.
soon, right?
It's so soon. It's so soon, and it stars so many different people. I was hoping for an infographic, but it's okay. Whatever.
Be faster.
But it stars so many people, including
Norman Reedus.
Mickelson.
Norman Reedus
is a
plays
big
a
one.
main character.
Right.
Margaret Qualley, who is very underrated. If you see her in The Novitiate, which is a movie about nuns,
she's the novitiate.
fucking fantastic.
Okay.
That's such an underrated movie. There's also Leah Seydoux from Blue is the Warmest Color.
Wow.
So, star-studded cast, and also apparently you can urinate in gameplay.
That's important.
It's important.
That's what I've been waiting for
important.
for
Yeah.
30-something years.
And it's Hideo Kojima's big comeback, and
Right.
it's weird as fuck. If you look at the teaser, it makes no sense. It's so cool though.
The TGS stuff is like, what's going on?
It's what the fuck is happening all the
Right.
time. But anyway, so Death Stranding, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Cyberpunk 2077, and let's see, what was the last thing? Oh boy, come back to me. I forgot.
It doesn't have to be games either. So, yeah.
Yeah. There was one more game though. Come back to me.
There it is.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we have Troy Baker,
Yeah,
Guillermo
Mads
del
Mikkelsen.
Toro.
Oh,
is
that's
in
right.
there.
GDT is going to make an appearance,
Yeah.
right?
Mads Mikkelsen. Anyway, Margaret Qualley, man, she's a fave of mine. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool.
Next.
Next.
For my my geeky rec, I mean, you kind of said all the cool video games that I was looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to the next chapter of the Marvel universe. So Marvel Studios, all the shows the movies that's gonna
For
come
Disney
out.
Plus, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly, and the Star Wars content that they're gonna provide, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Aside from just enjoying Thanksgiving and Christmas.
What is that?
It's where I eat and feast.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna invest in that the Marvel or the Avengers box set.
Oh, they're coming up out with a box set for like
all 11
4.
years.
Oh my
Yes,
god!
the Infinity War saga.
Oh,
Did
wow.
you see the one that came up for Phase 1, the case with the Tesseract?
Oh yeah,
That was cool. I haven't kept up with it.
I'm
since
sorry to
then.
interrupt. I
Yeah.
just remembered the fourth game.
okay.
What is
Last
that?
of Us 2.
Oh yeah, that's
yes,
right.
yes,
Last of Us
yes,
2.
yes.
Thank you. That's it.
Gotcha. Who's next? I'm looking forward to the Witcher series.
Yay! Oh my God.
And His Dark Materials series on HBO.
His Dark Materials, right?
My therapist has ordered me to sleep more. So a good way to make me fall asleep
We
is
should
to read
have
books
same
before
therapist.
bedtime. I've had Patrick Rothfuss's In the Name of the Wind.
Nice.
Right? Yeah, that's the name of it. I'm going to finish reading it. That's a fantasy, the beginning of a fantasy trilogy that I think is also going to be adapted into a TV show and a video game. So
Cool.
You seem like you're getting sleepy just talking
I
about
am.
it.
That's why my therapist wants me to read. Yeah. So yeah, who's next?
Let's go with
Anything
Aaron.
else?
I'm looking forward to the Marvel stuff too. Did I read somewhere that Iron Man's coming back?
What? Really?
I know there's a rumor.
Right.
That's what I
Imagine.
read.
I don't know how they're gonna sync that, make that
There's
simpatico
no
with
need.
So
yeah.
I read that he's gonna show up in the Black Widow movie.
Oh, because that's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
past
that
stuff
makes
anyway.
I
sense.
see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like that and Loki are gonna be past stuff.
So I'm definitely looking forward.
They're
to
gonna
that
make
because
cameo appearances. I see that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
Okay.
Earl or Carrie?
I'll go. Something that's already been out, I just haven't gotten to it yet, is I've gotten really into The Handmaid's Tale.
oh
My
right.
God.
So
yes.
I am in.
that's a crazy show.
Sorry.
I'm in the middle of season 2, or I just began season 2, I think. So season 3, I think, is already out, and that show. I mean, you guys all know about it. It is.
Disturbing show.
Dude.
It
so
is
good.
crazy, and to me, the worst part about it, best part is that it's so near future. Like all the
Right.
stuff that's going on right now, politically and in women's issues and stuff. It really feels like that's almost the next step.
It's a
That's what could
possible
happen,
future.
which is terrifying.
Right.
But it's so good. I'm super into the show. I started reading the book. Like it's an incredible, intense show. What I'm looking forward to that isn't out yet is Westworld season.
Yes.
3.
Wow.
Yes.
Right.
Holy
Totally feel you
crap.
on that.
Christopher and Jonathan Nolan are like my idols forever. Like
I love them.
they're amazing. If you
Yeah.
ask me if I could write like somebody, who would I write like? It would be Jonathan Nolan because he's
course.
amazing.
Yeah.
And Westworld's a show you have no idea where it's going next. And in season 3, I won't share the spoiler, but if you've seen the trailer, it shifts to a completely new
We talked about it a couple
world.
months ago. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how you guys are on spoilers, but
Right.
they're in a
We just
different-
spoil it.
And Aaron Paul's in it, so like
Aaron Paul.
Aaron
Oh my
Paul's
God.
in it.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is like a side story of Westworld.
Can you
3.
imagine?
Oh,
In some part of the desert where
Jesse Pinkman was living a simulation this entire
Saul
time?
is somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna be amazing.
Cool.
Awesome.
Right. Yeah.
So I have what I'm going to do. I think over our break is going to catch up on a lot of stuff I should have been working on. A lot of podcasts I need to catch up with. I have a couple of friends podcasts, Geek Say What guys. I'm going to catch up on all your stuff, in particular the P&G podcast, which is like their wrestling podcast that's coming up. Shout out to Berto. Also, Rise of Skywalker. I'm actually looking forward to this.
Yeah. We should see it together.
We should absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to see where this ends. So I know endings are hard, but
It's gonna
we're
end open ended, so they can.
I hope to
more
God it
series.
is.
I'll tell you that
Well,
right
yeah,
now.
right. I know. So they can make more, but I hope that's not the case. I'm looking forward to playing more RPGs.
Yeah.
I'm playing. I just picked up this one called Triumvine, which is a narrative RPG. So there's not a lot of like combat stuff. It's more like building story. So I'm looking forward to that. Watchmen, of course, is coming out on HBO.
Yeah.
And Jedi Fallen Order is dropping in I think November. So
Right. That looks tight. Yeah.
all up on that. So
Alright.
yeah.
I just want to
But
add, video game wise, I think I am looking forward to the new Call of Duty that's going to come out.
Oh yeah,
so-
COD. Yeah.
Sorry.
Who's developing this one? I don't even know. Is it Infinity Ward, Treyarch?
I would be guessing if I.
It's
said
Modern
it right
Warfare,
now,
so
yeah.
that's Infinity Ward, I think. Sorry.
Anyway, sorry, but
Well, Activision's a publisher, and then yeah,
but the trailer looks great.
right, it does. We'll see how it goes.
Sorry, Jen.
Trailers always look awesome, but you know,
Whatevs.
Infinity Ward. Yeah, shout out to Infinity Ward. What's up, guys? So this brings us to the very end
No.
of season
Oh.
one. Any final thoughts? Anything anybody wants to say about this season? We can get all touchy-feely if you want. A little tea-leafy. I don't know. I know Rodney wanted to say something. Producer Rodney, what's up?
Oh yeah, Rodney, come up here.
Yeah.
He's got the mic.
We have a producer named
You need the
Rodney.
mic. Switch with
Yeah,
Aaron.
Switch.
All right.
So we're going to call up
Thank you,
producer
Aaron.
Rodney to the table.
Good job.
Yeah, let's all
First
sing
of
a
all,
song.
I want to say thank you, Carrie, for
Yes.
joining us at the table.
Yay, thank you, Carrie.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Awesome.
having me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Keep up with us in the off season. I don't know what this means. Yeah,
Definitely gonna have to
All
check
right.
out that exit game.
yeah, I'm gonna totally do that.
Those couple of those that you mentioned.
Thank you, Carrie, for joining us. I mean, I just wanted to end the season one episode with sort of like we can share some final thoughts from each of us, kind of thing. I'll just say I'll start. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here, everybody that's watched, everybody that's been a part of the crew. I know we talked a little bit about this during the charity stream, but I'm a man of many ideas, and a lot of my ideas really don't come to life because it hasn't been until the last few years that I really started realizing, like, I really need to rely more on teamwork. Instead of like having ideas is great, everybody has ideas, but executing the ideas is like a whole other story. And I just wanted to thank you guys for, I had this idea for this podcast, this video podcast, and, I went around to everybody and I asked everybody, and you guys have all, said yes. So you joined me on this crazy journey. This is season one. I mean, we're actually going to do more. We're going to keep doing this until, we can't do it anymore, right? But,
Till our legs fall off.
and so I actually love, obviously,
reason.
I don't want to get too, but I know we've all sort of struggled with different things in our lives, individually and collectively. And like, I have to say that, like, I was actually talking to somebody, I was being interviewed for another project, and she was asking me about Pangeekery. And you know what she said? She goes, "It sounds like you found your tribe." And I said, yeah, I really did. I really did find my tribe in the sense that, like, we're all, I've been a geek my whole life, and it's like, I can't tell you how many times I would read Lord of the Rings all by myself, away, like during lunch, all by myself, somewhere else, or a comic book, right? So
That guy was so annoying.
and being able to like I would love to just talk to somebody about it, and I couldn't, because it just was not, it was just so frowned upon, and I couldn't really talk to people. But like, I really, really have found my tribe with you guys, and
man.
I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this. Really, it's just and the best is yet to come. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So that's kind of my
Thank
thought.
you,
And I'll
Rodney.
share more at
Rod.
our rap
Yes.
party when I'm more drunk.
I know. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which you're invited
Wanna-
to, by the
yeah.
way.
Pub that really quick.
Yeah,
drink
so
with
we'll have we're gonna have a rap party. So fans, friends,
Not
family.
tonight.
Not tonight, but it's gonna be this Friday, 27th, 9:00. We're still trying to find
No.
out the location.
we got
but
it.
Okay, so Far Bar, right?
Yes.
All right.
Far Bar.
Yeah.
Back where we started.
Yeah.
So we had it. Yeah.
Friday, 10 o'clock at Far Bar. We're gonna be at the mezzanine. Go upstairs. You'll find us. We're all hanging out there. We should have like
Wasabi
our
fries.
yeah.
Yes,
We'll be
please.
playing our past episodes through the season on the screens upstairs. So come check it out. Hang out with us, and hopefully you can join us. And all our past guests, hosts can join us. It's a wonderful bar. They've supported a lot of events that we've had when I was with Phil Am Creative or Cape, and like very supportive of Asian American events and organizations too. So they're a wonderful location. And just check us out, Far Bar, and they have a happy hour, reverse happy hour at
Right.
11 o'clock. So
Reverse happy hour.
Late night happy hour.
Whoa.
Right.
What's happy in reverse? Is it still
Sad
happy?
hour.
it's still
hour.
super happy. I don't know.
It's late nights.
Late night
Yeah.
happy hour.
Still happy.
Yeah, so come check us out Friday, starting at 10 until closing.
I think we'll
Hang
do
out with us at
9.
Far
We'll do
Bar.
9. That way, Yeah, and then
Because
everybody's
people,
like,
will
Yeah,
show
yeah.
up at 10.
Yeah.
I mean, 9. Show up
I
at
should
9.
be there
Show up at
around
9. Be
midnight.
Sharp.
Yeah, let's say 9 because everyone comes in Asian time, so they'll come at 10 o'clock anyways.
No, they're coming at 9 because we said 9.
9.
Yeah.
And then Earl, you'll be wrapping your show that evening too, right?
Well, I'll have a show that evening, but I'll get out at 9 and I'll head up. Gosh, wait. I'm going to try to make it before midnight. So
What?
tell
Okay.
tell your you're gonna tell your whole cast and crew to come roll, hang out with us too.
there's
yeah.
a different thing going on for that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
Competing
Ooh.
I
parties.
know competing parties. that
Joy,
night,
come
Right.
over
I
to
know.
Far
Yeah.
Bar.
so. Yeah, we'll end up at Far Bar. It'll be a good time. Then we'll go over to Tokyo Beat, and it'll
Yeah.
be great. We'll sing some karaoke. It'll be over. Right.
Yep.
Right.
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 Any other memories?
Okay.
Any other
Final
final
thoughts?
thoughts? Anybody else?
No.
But, I mean, all y'all are cool.
You guys are awesome.
You guys.
You're just
Shut up.
trying not to.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Aaron Nabis, thank you. Congrats, Pangeekery. I just want to give a shout out. Does anybody want to say anything?
No, yeah, go ahead. I'll
No,
say
no,
something.
you.
Okay, cool. I just want to say thanks, and I know you guys, I was kind of in and out, but I've had so many things going on this season, and not just with Pangeekery Voices, just with my career and stuff like that. But it's so fun to be able to come home and hang out with you guys every Tuesday, and just have a place to go and talk, and just but yeah, like I said, tribe and just a group of friends that I can hang out with. I find it awesome too because we hang out outside of shooting on Tuesdays. We
Right.
all end up hanging out, going to places, going to WonderCon, or it's just fun being able to hang out with you, and then even with these guys and behind the scenes, just being the support that these guys give, and you guys back there, you guys are all awesome. So thank you all.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for all the things you've
Yes.
done.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll say something. Okay, so the reason why I'm on this podcast is because my best friend Caitlin basically randomly dropped to me one day. She's like, "Oh, I think I'm being considered for this podcast. It's kind of about geeky stuff. I don't know. It's gonna be the start of something." And I'm like, "What? What? What are you being considered for?" And she's like, "Yeah, they might be looking for somebody else. They're hoping for somebody that's probably female, hopefully Asian." And I was just you're just dangling this in front of me at this point.
She started crying.
I started crying.
She was like, I want to be in it. I want to be in it. Can
Yeah.
you please tell them that I want to be in it?
but not with that
Is
voice.
that an accurate voice? I know. I was going to say.
She got on her knees and she was like, I'm crying right now. I want to be in this podcast.
I really was crying. I had tears in my eyes because I think I don't know. I already talk about geeky stuff as a, general given gen reality. So to have a platform to talk about things critically and actually exercise the different skills I've collected over the years from an English degree or just being a forensic scientist of media in general. I feel like this is something that I've always wanted to do. But not only that, being on the project, meeting everybody here has been enormous. It's extremely good vibes here, as you can tell from every
Yeah.
episode. And I've had terrible times throughout these past 7 months and really great times, as far as life goes. But every time I've come back to Pangeekery, it's made me feel right as rain. So, yeah.
And I think it was really awesome, serendipitous that when you agreed to do it, us three ran into each other.
yeah,
in
right before at a
dim sum
at a
lunch.
dim
Some
sum
one
thing.
day.
That was awesome.
That was
Yeah.
great.
He sent me a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah,
This bitch is going to be in it with us. Some chick.
Thanks for the invite, by the way.
No, it was a coincidence. We ran into each
It
other.
was not. Yeah, we were all invited by
Sorry.
different people.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have made it out anyway.
No, you wouldn't have.
Probably,
I know.
probably
But
playing
yeah,
WoW.
shout out to
I
Ken
know.
Chan, for his help, and he's the one who actually invited me to that dim sum event,
Cool.
and we all got
are
to
we-
hang out.
Yeah.
Let's do dim sum.
Yes, we should.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, you.
Are we going around? Okay.
I guess so.
Hi, everyone. My name is Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi, I am.
Caitlin.
I am an alcoholic.
Writer, director,
yeah.
singer, screenwriter.
All right. Cue emotional music.
As we go.
I want to thank everyone out there for being such an amazing stalwart fortress for me these past 6 months on Pangeekery every single one of you. I'm looking in your dark, beautiful eyes. You too, Carrie, because you're now one of us, having been part of this epic brother/sisterhood of geeks, nerds, and dorks everywhere. I went through some shit times this year, but I knew every Tuesday night I was gonna get shit-faced on sake and karaoke songs. And that made it a little less shitty. So thank you, Pangeekery. Thank you, crew. Thank you, PWC. You get a car. You get a car. And you get a car. Everybody gets a car.
How many cars?
Toyota Priuses for everyone.
I want a Tesla.
I know. Can I
Sorry, the
Tesla it
helpful
up?
Honda guys are only giving us
Or a RAV4 hybrid? I just want something with autopilot.
no, Honda's not a sponsor.
Yeah,
All
cool,
right.
cool.
Next season.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much to say. I just want to thank everybody here for their support for the podcast. Not just our cast and crew, but like also everybody that has ever jumped in chat and commented on anything or shared or liked or something. Anybody that has donated to our 24-hour
Yes.
charity stream. Anybody that has followed, clicked on our links, retweeted anything, any small little bit of support that you have shown over these past 7 months. Thank you so much because it has meant a lot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I was talking on a panel about about representation in media one day, and somebody in the audience asked, "So what can we do? What can we do to help creators and help move forward this representation?" And what it is really is you just support, and supporting means any of those things. So I want to thank anybody that has ever supported us in any way, shape, or fashion. You mean the world to us, and yes, Justin Keyson, we were on that same panel together. It was at Gallifrey 1, which is coming up.
At Comic-Con.
Yeah, also at Comic-Con.
Yep.
Yeah, more panels. This is what we do
In
for
more
life.
places.
Yes.
That's the power of... Anyway.
Of nerding.
Power podcast.
But yes, thank you everybody for supporting us in any way, shape, or form. You mean the world to us, and hopefully we're going to have some stuff in a few months that'll make you proud of us, like in the new year. So come back, come listen, come watch. We'll be here as always on twitch.tv/Pangeekery. Hit up our socials, all at Pangeekery. Thank you again, PWC, for being our location sponsor. Rodney, I feel like you want to say one more thing.
Let's do a toast.
Okay, we're gonna do a
So
toast.
we have some champagne.
Oh my
God!
We're gonna celebrate. So cast, crew, everybody.
Yeah, let's get everybody.
Everybody.
we-
Mark too. Mark,
you gonna
Aaron.
drink this time,
Jedi?
Yeah.
So
Hold on,
everybody,
hold on.
yeah. If I know we don't talk about this a whole lot, but like there's an entire crew and an entire setup
Yes.
that
and
goes
then you get on
Jedi
fucking
too.
camera,
Yeah.
right? Fucking now.
Yeah.
behind the camera.
Jedi, you're
Jedi,
part of
you
that.
gotta-
You're part of it too.
So yeah, while we're doing that, let me thank Mark Texan's always been a great BTS photos.
Yeah.
Edward Biag, right?
Biag.
Biag, and we're helping us with you guys are helping us with the graphics, helping set up. Aaron is our biz manager. He's been a great supporter of us, and Arnold, good friend Arnold from way back from Film TV days, stage manager, PA, guest host, you name it, he does it, and he's been such a great support, Jaguar support. So
Set masseuse.
yeah, thank you guys, everybody, thank you, Fluffer. This is
Jesus,
Fluffer.
where's my fluffing?
He's a fluffer.
I know. I didn't know that was part of the deal here.
Beer pong.
I hope you're making money.
Champagne pong.
He does.
Can we get for
He's
future
so
reference? Can we get an outline of perks? I mean, just,
Jesus, a fluffer. Wow. Do
But
everything.
yeah, but thank you so much, Carrie, for joining us on our last season finale episode. I know it's a
jack
little
off
bit,
all
but
trades.
you were awesome. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
where can people follow you, by the
What
way?
a great guest to end our season on.
Twitter primarily at
Okay.
Carrie Bear with 2 R's at the end.
Aw,
All
that's cute.
right.
Maybe change it on
So everybody here, grab
How many
one.
drinks are there?
It should be enough, right?
Okay.
Take
All
a
right.
small one.
Great. Oh, I want the small one.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want the ultra small? They're small. Oh, there's no small. I'll get ultra small.
So hopefully we're all in frame. We're all right.
Who was missing one?
Earl?
I got one. Good.
Is that it?
Oh,
Oh,
We
so
are-
you want to pour?
Jedi.
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 Yeah,
Please,
come on,
please.
come on, Jedi.
Dude, the guy's name is Jedi. How can you not pick this?
Yeah.
Come on.
Guess the
Well,
big drink.
it's short for Jedediah.
But still,
Yeah.
Jedi.
Jedi.
It's Jedi.
Hey,
I can't turn my name into something short.
to
and cool.
Pangeekery
To
and to
Pangeekery.
future geeking out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers to everyone who came to our show. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Wow. I usually
Thank
don't
you,
like
guys.
champagne, but this was
It's
good.
pretty good champagne.
Thank you
It's
all.
almost like
Thank you.
Moscato
Thank
a
you.
bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like Moscato.
Come to our rap
A rap party
on Friday.
Warm.
Far
Yeah,
bar.
Far bar.
Yeah. After the sport of
9,
white pants.
10-ish.
Yeah.
But
These
thank
guys
you.
will start being there by 9, so
Yeah.
come go stalk them.
So with that, everybody, I don't regret to say, but like, because we need this break, because we need to create more cool stuff. So this brings us to the end of season 1. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you in a month or two. So, yay! Thank you.
There's no one back
Bye,
there.
everyone.
Cut the feed. So
I know nobody to turn it
Bye.
off. I know. We're just
Bar
gonna.
bar,
You're gonna have to watch me do
Friday.
this.
Get there 9:10. Follow me on IG, Man of Tales. Bye.